of my dice?
I'm actually going.
Actually talking to my.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to Casual Cactus and the Glassbreakers Guild. This is our weekly foray into D&D, and we are so happy to have you here with us for our games. Just a few reminders before we get started. We do have our YouTube channel that you guys can go and check out. We have all of our back episodes available for you, as well as a few extras. So head over there, hit the like and subscribe button, give us some help over on the YouTube channel as well. We also run our Discord server. It's a good place to keep up with news and events going on with us. You'll have news for this channel, as well as Kyrie and Danny's creative streams. And that is the best place to go to find out what's going on in all three of our cases.
Mine happened on occasion.
So we're gonna keep the announcements brief and very, very short today. I'm going to send it over to the table and figure out who wants to do.
Do you mind if I throw in a quick announcement?
Yes, actually, we do have one other quick announcement that Stephen would like to put out there.
Okay, perfect. So I'm dropping the link in currently. So the link is for Panstream. They make an instrument called hand pans. They are really awesome. They also can be found under Pan, P-A-N-S-T-R-E-A-M, Panstream, on YouTube if you want to hear some of these instruments being played. They are beautiful. Panstream also ships. Most of our followers are in the U.S. They ship out of the U.K., but their shipping prices are reasonable. And they sound beautiful. They have given us the wonderful opportunity to use some of their sounds on our show, and perhaps in-game day today, that may happen, or, at some point in the future, we'll have them played on our stream.
All right, so this is the point where I get to ask who wants to do the recap.
Oh.
And I guess it's going to be Nat.
If
That's
you would
fine.
too.
I don't mind. Like, I think there's at least 3 of us taking notes at this point.
Yeah,
so
I
take
honestly,
notes
I gave up.
usually.
I didn't take notes in high school, so why should I start now?
I hope you bring
That's fair.
You're amazing.
Okay, yeah.
I'll rely on my brain.
I can't rely on
Yeah.
my brain right now.
Fair.
I don't even have the same excuse you do, and I can't.
Okay, let's see. So the last time, it looks like where we started there. Oh, right, because we were in the woods, and there were there were 12 guards plus the courier. There was some debate about the number there, but that's what Keith told us, so that's the number. Alma almost did something rash. No, Alma did do something rash. I crossed out almost.
Yes.
And then, so
Just
we
go
all
ahead
sort
and
of
pass that to
hide.
her.
Thanks.
Hi.
Mizuki failed her stealth check,
Hi.
and Cabbage was concerned, and so she jumped out to be with Mizuki. The 2 of them tag team it and bullshit their way out of the situation.
Mizuki's used to bullshitting yourself out of situations.
Um,
It comes with being a businesswoman.
yeah, Mizuki basically pulled her status,
politician.
and
Basically, yeah.
Cabbage pretended
Yeah.
to be her guide, sort of a thing. They gave us one of the scrolls that was in the pouch that Alma had freaked out about. It warns of bandits and goblin activity. Nothing about our dear friend Adrian.
Yet.
So we all decided to head back into town. Turns out Killian doesn't know what Simi's job is. We explain. It's eye-opening.
Everyone was shocked that you spend a lot of time under rocks. Apparently, literally.
Sometimes.
Let's see. Mizuki and I go into town first as kind of a precaution. We checked out the wanted board to see if there was any posters of Adrian. There's not, but Mizuki noticed it first, but
Yes.
Cabbage translated there was some thieves' cant that said something about the lifeblood of the valley that I didn't write down.
I
Basically,
believe
the
it's
people are stealing taxes.
Honestly, I don't think anyone did.
the Empire.
Actually,
Did we not?
I think
Please.
Danny did.
Yes,
What-
Danny
yeah.
did.
Did
Write
you
it
write down
down.
the thing that
I
I
believe
didn't
Danny
write
wrote it
down?
down.
It's
It's that way.
yeah. I'm still filling in backlog.
The quote. Oh, there it is.
Aha. The Empire bleeds the lifeblood of the valley. The shipments we stock keep this blood here.
That's what it said.
Yes.
And
Useful.
Well done. Well done.
Cabbage didn't know what it meant. Mizuki didn't know what it meant. Cabbage went back to let everybody know that it was okay to come back into town. Apparently, Killian did know what it
Yeah.
meant. Whatever.
Don't worry about
Words.
past tense
Yeah.
stuff.
He showed us this giant glowy sand map of town.
That was cool.
That was pretty cool. And apparently there was tax money in the shipment of wood that we were all supposed to get back. After this revelation, we split and go home. During the evening, Cabbage practices with her cloak of invisibility, which is awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
Yes.
You mispronounced the word broken.
I mean,
I fixed it.
Broke.
It's
Yeah,
true.
it's
He did
not.
fix
It's
it.
not.
It's not
super
pronounced
broken.
broke. It's pronounced broke.
So it
It's
does
in the French
require
form.
it does require recharging under the light of the full moon.
Specifically full moon.
He's basically given her
Yeah,
one free
yeah.
shot.
Until we
Yeah,
have a
right,
synthetic full moon.
absolutely.
But we're not there yet. Simi and Adrian talked about his cold dead heart. And
Right?
That's the best way to write that.
Very accurate.
This is very accurate. Getting inspiration already, and you're just in the recap.
I
like
think I'm
when
funny,
do
you guys.
that. You're awesome.
Oh.
Mizuki talked to the mayor / innkeeper, and I don't remember that whole conversation because for some reason that's all I wrote. So if you want to fill in anything there.
We talked about where like the guards were, like some of like the troubles in town, how busy the mayor was lately with everything. I suggested the mayor hire a treasurer.
Right.
Yeah.
And graciously offered yourself for the role.
Yes, obviously.
I mean, who can do the job better?
No one. Absolutely no one.
That happened with Mizuki. Alma explains himself to his parents and designs fancy clothes for Simi. Simi has a moment with her mother, which was a very large moment. She actually gave her a hug. Really big deal in their relationship.
Yeah.
And Adrian dreams. It's a weird dream. That's all I wrote. So if you want to fill in anything
I had to
there.
record.
Adrian
I watched.
Adrian. Oh my
I-
gosh.
I will say, I recorded it on my phone and watched 5 times, and I still don't understand anything about it.
That's fair.
Dreams.
He has a weird dream.
Dream.
Killian's name was written under Adrian. Anyway, Killian. So in the morning, Killian talks to the lady who employed us to get the bandit people.
And I actually sent you that
Yeah, I'm
name.
looking up the name right now.
We
write
did
it down.
remember at some point last week. Oh, I think I wrote it down even.
I did not.
I
Very
don't
well.
know.
I
I don't
I
know.
looked back
Isel
through my notes.
Linhart? Isel? Izel?
Izel.
Izel?
I
Izel
have
Linhart.
just barely decided how that was pronounced.
No, I was trying to remember because I could see it in my head, and I was like,
Sure.
what did I? Oh, right.
None of us get our
Whatever.
names wrong ever.
Yeah, so Killian talks to her, kind of brings up the taxes thing. Cabbage gets paid by her ship employer. Alma heads over to the logging camp alone. Adrian, Mizuki, Cabbage, and Simi head over to Killian's because we kind of figured that'd be a good meeting place.
We didn't say it.
Cabbage.
We never discussed this.
We never
Nope,
discussed it.
we should have made a plan and we did not. Cabbage played
We were all
with a
tired.
crossbow and nobody died.
I was impressed by that fact.
Yeah, nobody died. Nobody even got hurt. Killian goes to see his grandfather. Turns out his grandmother might be involved in the theft. We head over to the magic bushes area. His granny isn't there. The magic bushes know Adrian's name. Weird.
Yeah.
And Alma spies on the logging camp. And this is kind of an aside. Alma spies on the logging camp. He's pretending to be the bloody pulp guy, and some guy starts heading over to him, and that's where we cut off.
I think it's probably important to note that the young man that we accosted, whose name
Yes.
is Samsby, was basically caught and being interrogated and is being held in a logging camp under guard.
It doesn't look great.
There's a little bit more to that as well. Others among the guards had fanned out through the logging camp.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, we were kind of
We're about to take the logging
approaching.
camp?
At
Not taking
this
it on,
point,
we will.
you guys were on your way. You had not gotten there yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will pick up this evening with Alma. So there is someone approaching you. He has seen you skulking about in the woods, hiding, trying not to hide too hard, being Alma, essentially, and he has spotted you. He's on the rougher side. He's got sort of a dark olive complexion, jet black hair that he's got in a beard and mustache. He's wearing a top knot, very plain sort of workers style clothing. He did drop an axe when he saw you. He looked around briefly and started making his way towards you.
Okay, so Alma's got a little bit of a dazed look on his face, and he's got a good portion of his head wrapped in cloth, which he has dyed with berries to look like blood. It is slowly drying, and he's just sort of hanging out, mostly out of sight, but enough that he can be seen.
Okay.
Chipper!
Hey,
Oh.
Chipper!
Wait,
Hi, Chipper.
What?
I thought you weren't going to be here, but welcome.
Delighted.
Woo!
Steven just got sad because you're gonna outbiddy him.
No.
So the guy makes his way over to you, and the expression on his face is one part bewilderment, one part anxiousness, one part anger. Like all of those things are sort of warring for room on his face all at the same time. And he gets to you and he sort of crouches down beside you, trying to be out of sight as well. Devin, what are you doing here?
It was an ambush.
That little shit stain in there said you were dead.
I mean, I wasn't
of my dad.
that far off.
What the hell are you doing here? You weren't supposed to come back here.
I'm struggling a little bit. I got hit real hard.
You okay?
No. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. But we've got to move the stuff. All of it.
You... Why? Why do we need to move the stuff?
It was an ambush, like I said. Someone else, I'm not quite sure who. It was hard to see through the blood. Somebody else got away. One of the boys.
See, that's why we don't tell them where we take the stuff.
Right. But if they catch him and they bring him
He-
back here,
Yeah? So...
we're not far out of the loop here. He gave them my name. I can't come back.
So...
He said while he was there.
So... Go to...
You just
So
promised.
go to the hideout.
I can't hardly see straight. Can you... I'm gonna need an arm.
You know I can't leave right now.
Tonight.
Alright, tonight.
Meanwhile... Oh...
Make a perception check real quick.
Oh. I'm gonna bardically inspire myself here. 16.
What's that?
16.
16? Yeah, it's not too hard to see. From 3 different parts of the camp, soldiers, guards come back. Each of them has sort of hands on the shoulders of one of the workers from wherever he had gone off to. And they take all 3 of them into the administrator's spot, I guess, the central hub, and the guy that's with you is like, shit. Well, that's not good.
I can't see. Who do they have?
Norio, Bezu, and Tinoch.
Is that one word? Is that one name or is that
That's
multiple
that's
names?
three different names.
I was about to say.
It's one name and 3 slurs.
Dang it. I swear, Samsby was your idea. I'm going to hang this on your head. He gave him up. We've got to do something about him.
That's a worry for tomorrow.
No, that's a worry for right. That's a worry for right now. They've got him in there.
I can't. He's gonna sort of gag.
Well, then you're useless. Get out of here. And he looks around. I'll be back for you tonight. And he walks off back into the camp, picks up his axe, throws it over his shoulder, and heads off to another part of the camp.
Okay. Then with that, Alma is going to sneak back kind of by the road.
Okay.
To where he's hid his bag with his change of clothes.
All right, make me a stealth check.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and start with an inspiration here. Because I know how I roll. It could have been a whole lot worse. That's 20 plus 3, so 23.
23? Okay. About this time, you guys arrive at the camp. So, any of you that is proficient in perception, make a roll.
Okay.
What a surprise! No.
18.
19.
19?
That's.
I have all of you to worry about perception.
That's gonna be a 9.
22.
Bless you.
And all of you miss Alma.
Oh, right.
What? Oh man.
Right.
Do I hear them on the road though?
Yeah, you would.
Okay, I'm going to cast message
Okay.
to Killian.
Okay.
Hey, book left.
Oh.
You
Oh.
had disadvantage.
Oh, you did.
Plus the 5, so 8 plus what?
Plus 3.
11.
In that case, all of you except see Alma.
And me up there.
And yes, and
Forward.
Sorry, I didn't see it, Chipper.
Stay vigilant.
dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow. Love it.
Yeah.
All right, so all of you except for Simi and Adrian see.
Why
are See, we Alma.
whispering? Alma's got like one pant leg on.
We'll continue putting your clothes on.
Yeah.
He did while we were gone.
Well, we can always.
Well, it can't have been that bad because he's still alive.
So how did
That's
go?
something.
Okay, so
Why did you?
come. I don't want to talk about it right here.
Well, before I-
Where would you like to talk about it, Alma?
Well, can I see anybody else that's anywhere close to us?
Well, I mean, the logging camp's fairly active, but
Right, I'm specifically keeping an eye out for the people who went out into the woods, however. Because a lot of them came back with people.
right.
Are there any of the other ones still out in the woods?
No.
That I can, okay.
No.
So nobody's close enough probably to hear if we keep our voices relatively low.
Right.
Alright. So the kid we saved, captured, sent back, whatever, they have him in there, and he points to the building. And a couple of the other people who were sort of involved in this whole thing.
Okay.
So, I did what we said last night, and I went ahead and dressed up as the guy that Simi, the dead guy, and I came in and pretended I was pretty hurt, and I got one of the people to catch my eye, and he snuck out and told me he was going to take me to their base tonight. Apparently, none of the other people they had working with them knew where they stashed all the stuff.
So we should grab him and interrogate him.
I don't think that's a good idea because there's a lot of Imperial Guard in the logging camp right now.
Oh, well, that's
Yes.
just lovely.
Right.
Alma, next time we need to make a plan as a group.
We did. You said, Alma, go as the one who can turn into anybody. Go as the guy that Simi crushed his face in tomorrow to the logging camp to get information.
I didn't mean to
did.
go
I definitely did not use those particular words.
That was basically what was said.
So are you still? Do you still look like him right now? Okay.
No, I was in the process of changing.
Okay.
So what's the plan then?
So, my thinking is this, and obviously we need to make a plan together and be specific.
If you don't stop being sarcastic, I'm gonna hit you really hard.
I just got us a ton of information.
But you could have died.
Okay, fine.
So I sacrificed myself nobly to get us a bunch of information.
Okay, that information doesn't help us if you
Kelly,
can't tell us.
you wouldn't happen to have a truth serum on you, would you?
I'm
Yeah, let me just grab one of those out of my backpack because
Well,
I just
I-
happen to keep them on. Of course, I don't have one.
Wait,
I mean,
why?
that's not something.
That's
we
not
would
even a real
necessarily know.
thing.
Can it be?
Is it?
It is.
Excuse me, what?
Actually,
They use it in the capital. So.
Right,
Well,
so do
yes.
Let's
you
not
have
go to
one?
the capital
No, that's
then.
why I'm asking my alchemist friend.
What?
You make potions.
I do not.
Oh, potion
Well, alright
seller.
Well, alright then.
I love how offended he looks, my goodness.
That's becoming a special note. Offended by
Said something.
potion maker.
So, okay.
Adrian, I think you should work on your vocabulary more.
Okay.
So I have. Sorry, yes, Simi.
I was just going to bring the attention back here before anyone might make anyone else mad.
Oh, don't be mad. So
Get mad.
So, what I think we should do is I will dress up again tonight. I will hide about where I was before. I'll have this guy take me to wherever it is. Now, I'm worried about one thing. He thinks that this guy's really hurt, which is the only reason he's willing to lead him there. But he also thinks that he's the weak link. So if you guys, a couple of you who are not in full
I think
armor,
we should,
can
should
stay.
we just grab him and get the information there instead of risking him being captured?
I don't think he will be. Now, there's a couple of other things. So, I think he might try to kill Samsby.
I think he might try to kill you.
That's later.
Possibility.
He would maybe try to kill me later. I think he's gonna try to kill Samsby sooner than that.
Why?
So, what I'm saying is, I think that we should figure out a way to get the Imperial Guard to move their prisoners back towards town, so that they're safe. And then tonight, if some of you could follow and make sure he doesn't try to stab me in the kidney on our way to wherever this is. We could grab him then, as Adrian was saying, or we could just wait until we get there. Because I imagine he wants an easy place to hide a body if he's going to kill this person. Or he may be friends enough with him to just try to leave him there. I'm not really sure. But we've got to make it work.
Keith,
Yes.
a question. To Killian's knowledge, have we broken any laws yet?
No.
Does murder?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, aside
besides
from
magic.
Right, other than
No.
magic.
other than magic, you kind of skirted the line with killing the bandits that you killed.
Well, because there's no
We even
witnesses
freaking
saying that
swords
we
at us.
defended ourselves. So.
Right.
Actually, that's not true. There is one.
Yes, but he's also a bandit.
Yeah. Okay. Other than that, as far
Other
as
than
we
that,
know,
as far as you know,
Okay.
no.
just wanted to know for sure where we stood with that.
So, is there anything else you guys wanted to know that I might know? That's everything I could think of.
Well,
How
my
do
vote
you
is we just grab
propose-
him and interrogate him. But
I'm
If we
gonna-
take him from the camp today, we will get caught
Yeah, that's a
100%.
possibility. So
How do you propose we get the Imperial Guards to move their prisoners?
Set fire to the prison.
They
remember
would just
Alma.
move into another building.
Maybe we shouldn't.
Adrian,
commit
you have a
arson?
bless
I'm
from
gonna-
Chipper.
oh,
I'm gonna go-
thank
the other
you.
part.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say we should not light the logging
Yeah,
camp
let's
on
not
fire
commit
again a
arson.
second time.
Hey, we didn't do it the first time. Did you? Hold on. You didn't have anything to do with that, did you?
Define having something to do with that.
Having something to do with that.
I mean, I saw the things that went and set it on fire
Oh.
later,
Never mind.
and they tried to set me on fire.
I mean,
Fred,
you
are
tried to do
talking
that too.
about the bugs.
yeah.
Right.
You've tried to do that yourself, so I can't really blame them.
That's fair.
Cabbage.
What?
How good are you at lying?
Very good.
She's pretty good.
And you know thieves' camp, correct?
Yeah.
What if you went in there and gave a message? And I'm procuring a woodsman to help build specific barrels to help flavor my mother's wine. And I need a woodsman to help me find wine. And you tell him in thieves' camp that the hurt guy has found a way for him to get away. And we take him away, find a nice cozy place and interrogate him.
I mean, I'm pretty well known in town.
Yes.
As are you. You've been gone a while,
True.
but your mother.
And we did have a giant party to welcome you back.
Yes.
We also
shouldn't
probably
be
don't want
seen
you
doing anything.
How often do the
to be too
loggers
visible.
I can be
come
invisible.
down into town and spend time there?
Some of them actually live there. Some of them, typically the ones that are from further off and who are, let's say,
Budding tourists.
trying to stay out of sight, actually have places where they can stay at the camp. Since they've had to relocate recently, the bunk houses that they would normally stay in are still just sort of skeletons being constructed, but those are well on their way. In the meantime, they're just kind of pitching lean-tos and stringing up hammocks wherever they can. But it's about half and half. Half of them will come. Half of them have places in town. Half of them stay at the camp overnight.
So, might I make a recommendation? What if we were to send paper message that the prisoners, those being interrogated by the Empire, need to be moved? That way we are not attached to said message.
From whom?
Well, seeing as the issue at hand dealt with goods being stolen by, or from the heads of the city, I feel as though it would make sense, it would be justifiable that those that were stolen from might want to be a part of the process.
So, like the mayor?
Mayor,
Um,
perhaps?
Are these the Imperial garrison that normally sit around town, or is this a different?
Were these people I recognized?
Well, I don't know. How often do you pay attention when the garrison is riding through town?
I mean, not so much when they're riding through town as when they're in the way between me and my hideout. I imagine we cross paths, but...
Well, I mean, your hideout's not super far out of town, and most of their patrols are a bit further
Far west,
out.
yeah.
So, if they had been, town militia, that would have been one thing. But as far as you could tell, I mean, they weren't
They're all
really
in the same armor.
weren't anybody. Yeah, they all look alike.
I'm not really sure, truth be told. I don't interact with them if I can help
Do
it.
we know what they're
um,
looking for?
the Imperial.
Actually, that's
I'm sure they're
correct.
looking for the taxes.
Yeah.
But do they know about the taxes?
I mean, they're...
Am I misremembering? As far as I remember, they would not have known.
No, it would be the stolen
Yeah.
goods more
The
than
The
bandits,
bandits,
yeah.
yeah.
And they are looking for the bandits, correct?
What are you? I mean,
When I was talking to Izelle,
mm-hmm.
did she mention anything that would lead me to believe that the Imperial garrison knew about the taxes being
Yeah,
on
I
there?
don't.
She didn't say anything one way or the other.
Okay.
They're
But
probably
in
just
that
looking for the
list-
bandits.
But I mean, if
that was
they...
not listed in the list. So unless somebody else told them.
Right, but if they came down to the capital after having several shipments of taxes not showing up, it wouldn't surprise me terribly. I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Either way, they would have an interest that the people of the town would have an
I-
interest invested.
Believe the garrison is here at the request of the mayor.
That is, she had mentioned that. Wait,
did-
I wasn't there. Never mind. I don't know that.
I had a conversation with him last night,
Okay.
and we talked about a few
I mean,
things.
it wouldn't be too terribly difficult to have something written by the mayor show up.
I could maybe help with that.
Or we could
Aren't
just
you
wait for
You're
tonight.
very good at writing.
Yes.
She's the calligraphy thing.
How are
helps.
you at forging signatures?
I'm pretty good at forging signatures, actually.
What are you
He
doing?
pulls out a little box out of his bag.
Well, I mean, I can make I might have a copy of some seals that would be helpful.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Right, so what are we gonna do when the Imperial garrison figures out someone sent them a fake message from the mayor and starts asking around town and searching for the people who sent them a fake message?
Okay, now that's
And they
a fair
find us
question.
and our magical abilities.
So why don't we just wait tonight and then
Well, there's
Yeah, I think
there's
we
no
wait.
magic.
But how are we going to get the kids from being murdered?
Well,
Okay.
the Imperial guards have them right now.
So what if someone throws a brick through the window to alert them to a potential danger so that they're more on guard?
Do you really think they're in that much danger?
and you really think
Yes.
they can afford glass?
You really think that being in a room with all of those other guards isn't safe?
Look at these buildings. All of them had crossbows. You recall, a lot of these men have to hunt for food. They're going to be a fairly decent shot. It wouldn't be out of the question for him to shoot them from the woods. These buildings are skeletons.
Right, so are we trying to free the bandits, or are we trying to get the bandits? I'm a little
I am
confused
honestly
exactly what we want
confused
here.
right now as well.
I don't want Samsby to be killed.
That's
They're not
yes.
I mean,
Well,
He
it's
told me specifically that he was
unfortunate.
going to try to kill Samsby.
It sounds a bit like collateral damage.
No!
But if he tries to kill Samsby and
Sometimes you
gets
just have to
caught,
cut your losses.
we don't have anyone to take us to the money.
Correct.
he's not going to do it in front of all of the garrison.
He wouldn't have to. That's what I'm saying, is he could just shoot a bolt in from the woods.
We don't know how stupid this guy is.
I mean, he's running a set of bandits stealing taxes.
Well,
From the
will
logging
we know
camp.
if he's the bad guy or just another one of the lackeys?
I'm assuming that the guy that we killed was one of the big ones, but I'm
Right, I
assuming
was
they're in it
referring to the
together.
one you talked about.
Right, yeah, I'm assuming that those two were in it together, since they both apparently knew where the hideout was.
Well, then that's where my thing comes, where we could kidnap him, try and kidnap him in broad daylight, and then interrogate him, so then he doesn't get Samsby or.
Is Samsby's life worth ours?
I mean, what is a human life worth? Or a person's life
It's
worth?
getting way theological.
I would rather kill the guy if he tries to kill Samsby than know where the stuff is. But that's me.
I agree.
Because the stuff will still be there.
He's younger
It'll
than you.
be harder to find it.
I'm not saying we go in and kill him.
No, but letting him get killed, is that any different?
Well,
Yes.
to be fair, he was
Yes.
doing banditry,
That's
and a few
different.
I mean, I think
a few years in prison would do someone good.
But he's not going to be in prison, he's going to be dead.
So as riveting as this conversation is, I think we're getting nowhere and we're talking ourselves in circles.
We're not getting it.
So, I'm gonna go talk to the Imperial garrison and see if we can't get them to make sure that their prisoners are safe. Does anyone want to come with me?
should we
I'll
be
come
looking for
with
your
you,
grandma
Killian.
too?
We're not gonna find her.
Not here.
I'll come with you, Killian.
I probably shouldn't be seen.
Are,
Right.
Good call.
are
Yes.
you still intending on meeting up with the fellow later?
Yes.
Yes, we should absolutely do that.
I can
So-
go with you and be invisible.
I can go. I tend to be very quiet, so.
Is that one of your
And when you
things?
say be invisible, you mean like be really, really sneaky?
No.
How so?
You just used that last night.
How long did you use it last night?
No, 10 minutes.
Okay, so just keep track of how much time has elapsed.
Yep.
So you're gonna be invisible how? Because I know I didn't help you learn that.
Nothing surprises
She found
me
a
anymore.
thing.
Remember that cloak that I sort of
Oh, with the
stole
magic feet.
from the Fabergé lady?
Crochet egg.
It's a cloak that makes you invisible, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Also, I want to keep an eye on full moons.
I will let you know when the
You've
next
taken an
one.
interest in the lunar cycle.
You haven't been paying attention, so you don't exactly know when the next one is, but I will let you know.
Thanks. And then once there's been enough, I'll start keeping a running schedule.
Yeah, such a great quote.
I forgot that night. Still a recording
So,
of us
yeah, I can be
somewhere.
invisible and also be really sneaky. So that
Okay.
way he could have somebody go with him, but not
Good
have
idea.
somebody go with him.
Good idea. I like it. I like it.
So that can be what we do for tonight.
Also, I want to take a quick look around and make sure nobody's near us.
Still.
Make a perception check.
10.
Nobody's around.
Cool.
So, in the meantime, we could always look around. I imagine if they're storing the stuff close to here, like it can't be that far out, and maybe we can find some wagon tracks or something that'll lead us to their stash, and then we don't need them.
Yes. Yes.
So, I'm gonna go talk to the Imperial garrison.
I will
Who's
kinda
coming
give-
with me?
Would I be useful with you?
What if a
I'm-
constable was to come
No.
along?
No.
No. Because I'm basically gonna tell him that I know about the taxes, and I know, I'm gonna find out exactly how much they owe, but I'm gonna tell him that I'm here because my grandfather sort of let me know what's going on, and we have a vested interest in recovering these goods,
I also have a vested interest.
and
so-
let them know that we've been sort of looking into it on our own, which is not technically a lie.
What would you
Or
like
I,
us for to do?
so it would make sense for the two of you.
Yes,
Yeah, I
it
think
would
that
make
you
sense.
I think it'd be
Definitely.
best for you guys to either wait here till we come back, or if you really want to, go off on your own and look for tracks or something around.
I need to
area.
stay close so that when the time comes, I can switch and go.
Right. Well, and I think we all need
Then
to.
let's just wait here.
Stay.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be with you.
I'll look within eye shot so that I know if you're getting ready, but I will examine some of the areas around us to see if I can find anything.
Probably a good idea.
Killian, after say 10 minutes or so, I'll be in contact.
All right. Now remind me, Keith. How illegal was killing those bandits?
Yeah.
Like we talking like misdemeanor? We talking felony?
Yeah.
Interrogation.
At this point, you don't know.
Okay.
Oh, good luck.
All right.
Would I know?
You know that in other areas of the Empire, if it could be proven to be self-defense, then typically you can get away with a slap on the wrist.
Okay.
You also know proving it at this point is going to be real damn hard.
Proving that it's self-defense, yes.
Right.
Right.
Good luck.
I mean, I know at least Samsby would be willing to vouch for us. But that's about it.
Would he?
Though.
Well,
I imagine so.
You let him live, so I would think so.
Okay.
I
But
should
So-
hope
if
so.
he's dead, that.
Mizuki and I are going into the logging camp.
Yes.
Best of luck.
Okay.
Actually, what's the range on this?
We will
120
all
feet.
be quiet.
So,
I mean,
so the two of you
Oh, I didn't tell anybody.
go on into the logging camp. You do see about a half a dozen soldiers, guards, ringing what you know is your dad's office at the logging camp. So it's the central. This is where we hand out the assignments.
Mhm.
This is where all of the paperwork gets done. This is where your dad, spends most of his day dealing with this.
Okay.
And there's about a half a dozen soldiers out front. Most of them have the crossbows up, taut against their chest, and they're being very watchful, very, very alert.
I'm gonna just walk right up to him.
Halt, citizen. Stay where you are. What brings you to these parts?
Whoever's in charge of what you're doing, we'd like to talk to him.
And why?
I think we have some information that could be useful in
What-
your investigation.
What information is that?
Not
I was told I can only explain that to whoever's in charge.
not to
Your
speak to
ranking
your
officer,
manager.
please.
Sorry, but my instructions were really clear that I have to talk to him,
Instructions from whom?
my grandfather,
And who's your grandfather?
Eric. He. Some of his goods were stolen.
You know anything about that?
Look, I understand you guys are just doing your job, but could you just tell him that we're here to talk to him and see if you're... I don't know all the details, I'm just the messenger right now, okay? So I was told to come down here, talk to your officer, let him know what we know, okay? Can you just let him know we're here and sort this out?
He's got a very important interrogation underway. I would hate to interrupt him for anything trivial, and at the moment
Oh, it's really not.
You're going to have to give me more than that, sir.
Do you know what was on the wagons?
What wagons?
Oh, you're not looking for wagons.
No, sir, we're after the bandits.
Right, the bandits that took the wagons.
Well, I guess.
Oh, he's playing with the full deck, isn't he?
Okay, let me explain this very simply. The bandits took wagons from the town. On those wagons were some items of high value that were very important to people in the capital. They're very upset that they didn't get delivered. And so my grandfather, who is one of the people who was helping to deliver these things, asked us to start looking into this problem. And we have information about the bandits and what happened to the goods. I understand you may not know what's going on, but if you could let me know when he's done with his interrogation, I really think this would be valuable.
Go
Yep.
go
Yep.
have a seat over there,
Sure.
sir. I'll see what I can come up with.
Utterly useless.
By the way, just as a reminder, your granddad.
Oh, I absolutely
Okay.
know.
Okay.
He's not supposed to know. He just does.
Oh no, he's supposed to know.
No,
Well, he
no,
did,
no.
Like he lost the bid.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
But-
Your granddad deals with the river.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
And not the wagons.
Yes.
But apparently, Dunt's cap here
Does
doesn't.
not know.
Know anything.
Right. So you're in charge, and he turns and he goes into the office and closes the door behind him.
Probably gets
They
shot
are,
with a crossbow bolt.
absolutely.
Like, didn't even. It's like they didn't even. It's like all they heard was bandits, and they were like, "Oh, great, let's go looking."
I mean, that's probably what they did. They don't. They just.
You just can't find good help.
There was a
You
gift
really
of mercy.
can't.
It's like
She
freaking
gave you a
Neverwinter.
bardic inspiration after she gave you the
Was it
disadvantage.
Neverwinter?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
and then I
You
have
can't
You haven't rolled
find
anything.
Just like Neverwinter,
Yeah.
you can't find
Can't
good
find
help.
help.
Mm,
Well,
any,
Neverwinter.
any particular anything? No?
No, I don't think so.
How about you guys? Anything else?
Oh, Killian, how's it going?
Great, we're waiting.
On what?
We're waiting because these Imperial Guard people are really, really uninformed.
That fills me with confidence for the safety of Samsby. Okay. Thanks.
Did you say that out loud?
It was all in a whisper.
I am going to search around. I'm going to stay within proximity so that I can keep eyes on them, but I want to, like, investigate for footprints or anything like that. Survival?
So
Investigation?
what are you looking for
I'm
specifically?
looking for
Anything?
any signs of, like, a path that might be taken when people are moving goods into some place that would not be the main road. Like, I'm looking for bandit tracks.
Yeah.
Okay. That will be a survival check then.
May I assist her?
You may.
Sweet.
No advantage.
A sister.
14.
I thought that was a good one.
You always think about what you do.
You're not finding anything. There are like game trails around, like deer, rabbits, things like that. But you're not seeing anything specifically large enough for a wagon, first of all, and you're not seeing anything that someone could be able to carry, heavy goods through very easily.
Well, I suspect that they're not bringing the wagons from here. They're taking them off of the trails where they stole them and took them in. So just like heavy foot traffic more than wagon traffic, because the wagons aren't going to be coming from here.
Okay.
But the people are.
Yeah,
but
but
people are.
you're still not finding
Okay.
anything along those lines either.
Okay. So nothing. Is there anything else that I can do? I guess. So how is this camp set up? Like, are people having to check in as they come and go?
No,
Not really.
not really. It's sort of an open, sort of. It's built around a central sort of open area, and then off to one side there's a spot where logs are being drawn up after having been cut down. They're being trimmed down, all the limbs and pokey outy bits and things like that, and then they're being cut down so that they're easier to transport. And since these are rather large logs, that takes up a good bit of space. Looks like that's just getting started because of having to relocate the camp. So even that area is sort of rough and not really clearly defined. There's about 3 or 4 bunkhouses that look like they're being built, and then the central office area where Killian and Mizuki went.
Okay, for right now then, I'm just gonna kind of keep eyes on the perimeter and see who's coming and going and whatnot, and try and kind of
Okay.
stay out of eyesight of the folks in the camp, but make sure that I'm staying within their field of vision
Okay.
and keeping them in mind.
Okay. Several minutes go by. I guess I should ask first, Adrian and Cabbage. Are you guys doing anything?
I was helping her.
You were helping her?
Not really.
Not really? Okay.
There's not really anything exciting here.
Not
Having to
yet.
keep myself still.
Started.
Alma can tell you pirate stories.
Then
You're gonna
Alma
run out
tells
of pirate
me
stories so
pirate
fast.
stories.
He
I
just
mean-
makes them up.
That's okay.
Let's just go with this. It's fine.
Yep.
It's fine.
So it does take several minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, before before the crossbowman comes back out, takes his place in the line, and along with him does come what looks to be one of the officers of the Imperial garrison. He comes out, he sort of looks around, and he sees the two of you. I understand you have information.
Right.
Yes.
This is not the sort of information that you want us to talk about out here in the open. Trust me.
Probably not.
I am going to need somewhat more information than that before I can be.
All right. Do you know about the wagons?
Of course.
Do you know what was on the wagons?
I do know that there were goods related to the trade out of Sutterton.
Do
Make me
you-
an insight check.
It's one of those like, how much do you know, but how much do I know?
Exactly.
But
Right.
Do you know what I know that I know that you know?
That I know what you know. What I think.
How knowledgeable are we?
Yes.
Oh, it's the same thing. Wow. 12.
He's being deliberately cagey.
Right, so there were those goods along with some other things that were expected in the capital that are of a high value.
And he
This is
takes a look
why-
around to make sure that there's nobody, none of the workers are close by.
I'm like, and this is why I didn't want to discuss it.
And he
Yep.
turns and he just motions the two of you in
Awesome.
into the cabin.
Either go 2 ways: prison
Yep.
bait, prison break, or
Yep.
Inside, it's a fairly there's a fairly large hall sort of built off the back, sort of the meeting area for when your dad needs to get everybody together. And then off to one side, there is what you know is your dad's office space. It's not enclosed, it's not separated off or anything like that, but there's a desk, and it's out of the way and offers a little bit of, this is my space. Don't come here unless you really need to. Samsby is sitting in one of the chairs across from your dad, from where your dad would be sitting. And he's sitting there, and his hands have been bound to the chair. His feet are bound to the chair. Spaced out in the great room are 3 other men, each of them under guard. Each of them have this sort of surly expression on, why am I here? This is taking time out of my work day. This is not where I need to be. And the the officer goes around your dad's desk and sits down. And there is only one other chair aside from Samsby's, and he motions one of you to take the chair.
Yeah, Mizuki will take the chair.
Okay.
So I am gonna. How far away are the other prisoners from where we are?
They're far enough away that they can't. That anything said in a low voice, at least, will be just like. It won't be audible to them. If you were to raise your voice, however, clearly it would carry. More to the point, they are also separated far enough from each other that they can't speak to each other.
6 feet apart.
They are socially distant.
It is way more than that.
So we were asked to look into this problem from many of the merchants in town, given what was on those wagons in addition to the goods.
Yes.
Did someone specifically ask you to do so? Because I know that didn't come from my garrison.
No, we're working for Miss Linhart, given that it was her wagons with the...
Yes, and she's wanting to, how do they say it, cover her own ass, I believe?
Right, exactly, yeah. So we've been sort of looking into this from the other direction of you, shall we say?
Okay.
So we have learned that the bandits were operating, they were recruiting from here in the logging camp, which I'm going to sort of, obviously you figured out yourself.
And Samsby kind of
I am
ducks
purposely
his-
not looking at Samsby.
Yeah.
ducks his head a little bit.
Yeah, Mizuki has her fan.
So obviously you already know that, but what we also know is that the people who are running this little operation, they don't tell any of their lessers anything important. So, unless your interrogation
he's looking over at Samsby.
So unless your interrogation has yielded better results, I imagine you haven't been able to find out where the goods are or exactly who's running the show?
No, but our little canary here has sung a sweet tune about possible accomplices.
I'm sure he has.
It's just a matter of time. We'll keep interrogating them as well and work our way up the food chain.
So, one of the people that is part of our little band that's working for Miss Linhart is very, very good at disguises.
Okay.
And we think he disguised himself as one of these bandits, and we think that we have found the ringleader.
Really?
However,
You can get out of my
I
cage.
know,
We're all gonna die.
we think
Particularly Alma.
we will be able to get him to take us to where the goods are. And after that, I would be happy to tell you exactly who he is, where he lives, and what time of night he likes to pee, if that's what you want to know. I will tell you everything we know, but I just wanted to let you know that we're here and we think we can get the goods faster than interrogating them.
What I'm hearing you say is that you are impeding an Imperial investigation.
All right, let's.
What do you care to reconsider?
What do you care about? What's your top priority here?
My top priority is that the taxes, which were legitimately being shipped to the capital, get returned and get there. And I will do whatever I have to do to make sure that happens.
Good, we're on the same page then. We're here doing the same thing. Interrogating these guys. How far's that gotten you?
We've only just started.
Right, how much longer do you think it's going to take? 3 days? 5 days? Couple weeks maybe?
I think you underestimate our ability.
I think you
Right,
underestimate...
Samsby? He just sort of cringes a
I
little
think you
bit.
underestimate the amount of information you're going to get out of these guys. They're not going to know anyone important. The people who are running this show, they would have kept themselves back from this.
Yes.
If any of them knew anything, you would know already. You'd already have the ringleaders in custody. We were asked to become involved so that we could take a different approach. You're very good at your job. However, there are some things that are difficult to do for a man in your position. That's where we come in. I came to you to let you know this so that you would know exactly what's going on. I want to be as perfectly forthright and honest with you as I can be, and I'm asking you to trust me to work this from our side. You keep doing your thing. We won't get involved, and anything we learn, even if this leads us nowhere, everything we learn, we'll let you know. We both want the same thing here, and I don't want us fighting each other or unexpectedly stepping on each other's toes.
What assurances can you give me? What proof can you give me that those assertions are true?
Oh, right now? Absolutely none.
Then why should I trust you?
Because you have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
I don't see it that way.
Really? What do you have to lose? Let's say I'm wrong. What do you have to lose?
I don't have anything to lose, but by taking you and questioning you, I have everything to gain.
Do you really think I walked in here with that information? Do you really think I know who we're supposed to go follow? And...
You just claimed you did.
Oh, no. Someone I know. Someone I work with. He knows. He hasn't told me.
I need a name. I want to speak with him.
I'm sure
Now.
you do, and you're not going to get it.
He says to the man torturing other people. Rude.
So, we can keep doing this back and forth thing, or if we find the goods, you are free to bring them in. You are free to get all the credit for this. I don't care. My goal is to just make sure that they get back. That's what I was hired to do.
So what is in it for you then?
I get paid.
So you're a mercenary.
Art? Is that...
Interested
He's
citizen.
I think by that definition, maybe.
No,
No, are we not mercenaries?
No,
Okay, apparently we're not.
No,
An
that's not.
employee
That's so
of
plebeian.
whatever her union is.
He simply been hired by Miss Linhart.
Private investigators.
I tell you what, the two of you can stay here as my guests while I send for Miss Linhart and ask for her confirmation.
All
If
right.
she trusts you, if she vouches for you, I'll consider letting you go about your way.
Okay.
Are we being accused of something?
No, I just I'm not very keen on letting information out of my fingers that I don't have to. And right now, the two of you are claiming to have information pertinent to my investigation.
Which we have given you.
I think we've
We-
given
we
you
have
all the
freely
information
given
we
you
have.
all the information
No,
that we have.
you're holding back the name of your contact. Who knows who's leading this little square dance?
Suppose that's fair. Sure. Go ahead, confirm.
So Killian, how's it going?
Not responding.
He might be
Um,
dead.
If you'll
What?
have seats over here. Jensen, send a courier down to Setterton. I want to speak to Miss Linhart. Get her up here as soon as you can. Aye, sir.
Oh, right. The other thing we came here to tell you, we're pretty sure that they're going to try and kill your canary, as you put it.
Who?
Again, I don't know who this person is. But my contact thinks that he's going to make an attempt on your canary's life. We wanted to let you know to make sure that you took the proper precautions to make sure that that doesn't happen.
And Jensen? Yes, sir. We're going into lockdown. Aye, sir.
I hate lockdown. Can't go anywhere.
So his
Two
the
weeks quarantine.
the messenger that he sent walks out the door. From where you guys are, you do see a messenger, or you see another soldier step out. He confers a little bit with the guards, who pull back, start closing the shutters on the office, and then one by one file inside and close the door behind them.
So as we're waiting, under my breath, I'm going to respond to...
Well, it's not up anymore.
Nope.
Okay, never mind then.
No.
Okay, I'm making sure you're not dead. You're not dead, right?
We're not dead, but we might be here for the foreseeable
And the
future.
one soldier that you guys saw come out gets on his horse, turns, and starts to gallop down the road towards town.
You guys might want to carry on with your plan without us. 'Cause
They
I
have
don't know how
been
long we're going to be
detained.
here.
I mean, that's what it looked like.
Are they in danger?
Are you in danger?
Of being killed? No. Of being interrogated? Maybe.
So, how well do you hold up under torture?
Well, last time I checked, pretty well.
Oh, good.
You're saying this out loud, right?
It's in a whisper, but yeah.
Did you say torture?
I just asked. I'm making sure.
So,
Such a bad idea.
what's
What
the
did you
game
say in
plan
there?
now, folks?
I think we continue on with exactly how we intended. I think that that's gonna scare off our would-be killer, and then we
Don't
just keep
suppose
going.
There's any tea.
Actually, I have some in my bag.
Perfect.
Keith, I would like to do two
Another one
things.
by your box.
Okay.
I would like to, one, pull out the coffee I have in my bag and start making it.
Okay.
The same.
Also, I would like
Even
to,
tea
with
with
my
that.
alchemist supplies, while we're sitting here not doing anything, I'd like to start making a painkiller or two, or something to make us more resistant to interrogation, just in case.
That's gonna look sketchy.
So
How does that work?
how
Takes out mortal and pestle.
how obvious are you being about doing that?
Have a fan.
So I'm gonna get my alchemist supplies out, but I'm also gonna get the coffee out, and I'm gonna sort of start to, I'm not hiding the fact that I'm using it, but I'm gonna start messing with it slowly, not actually doing anything, just to see how they respond.
So the officer is still sort of
there.
over there next to Samsby, and he's interrogating him again, and you can see that Samsby is actually responding back to him. So he is passing some information. It's too low, you can't really tell. The guards, there's one guard on each of the men, the other men in the room. There's two sort of flanking the two of you, and then the rest of them are taking turns just kind of patrolling around the edge of the building, and keeping an eye out, making sure that they're keeping aware of as best they can of what's going on outside. One of them comes by, looks down. You need to put that away, sir.
Why?
You just need to put that away.
Just making tea.
Not the tea. The herbalist stuff. You need to put that away, sir.
So I can, but all I am doing is I am preparing some medical aid in case things get pretty bad here, so that I can assist you.
Make me a persuasion check. Or deception, depending upon.
You take advantage on it, or
For what?
if Mizuki helps.
So you're gonna try to assist him with persuading.
Yes.
Bet your
This is
eyelashes.
for me.
Yeah.
I have requested it.
I have requested. Yes.
On behalf of my house.
Sure.
Okay.
Have advantage.
Same thing. That'll be a 19.
That'll be a natural 20.
Oh.
So unfortunately, he is not persuaded.
All right.
I'm sorry, sir.
I will put it away.
Could you still keep making the terrible coffee tea?
Oh yeah.
That doesn't smell like tea, Killian.
Yes, it does. I've been drinking this all my life. I am confident this is tea.
I mean, you also didn't realize magic was illegal.
I know. But are you sure it's
Under the rock he lives. That is definitely tea.
That's definitely what it's been called.
Oh dear.
I see. Carry on.
And I guess the four of us are waiting.
All right. So
Four of you are doing whatever you decide to do.
So the four of you, yes. What are you doing at the moment?
If it doesn't turn dark before What's Her Bucket gets here, I guess we wait.
Probably won't. Or probably will, rather.
Yeah. So it is getting into late afternoon.
I guess I'd say we just wait.
Up until it starts to get towards dusk, then I'm going to move into position, sort of close to where we were before, and I'm going to cast Silent Image to give a place that I can change, and then hide behind a tree.
Okay. So
I am going to actually hide behind a tree.
all right, make me a stealth roll.
Biggest Silent Image again? It's like 10 by 10, isn't it?
I think you're right. Yeah.
So
Uh,
Gosh.
you can be behind a tree, but you will also be hidden by Silent Image.
Well,
as
that's really good, because that was a terrible roll. That's it
Well,
would be
I'm
an
going
8.
into Silent Image.
Oh,
And
15
you're
foot cube, actually.
still
Oh, okay.
fired.
And just chilling there, I guess.
Okay. Cabbage.
Maybe you would learn
Okay.
your lesson, but no. Okay. Fine.
Would you like to try one of mine?
Well, I've still got 2 more to go through that
Okay.
hopefully will be less terrible. I just thought maybe it was going to be
Get changed, put on the head bandage again.
Are they getting lonely? Do I need to use them?
Might be getting lonely.
I thought he said one day, so I wanted to
Well,
make
yeah,
sure.
one day someone will love you.
Feel bad for them now.
All right.
They're perfectly fine.
All right.
I just
So
don't use them as much.
after sunset, but before it goes full dark, So in that sort of twilight period, that comes really, really fast in the hills. Off by the road, the four of you do hear sound of a couple of horses coming up the road at not quite a gallop, but more than just a walk. So sort of a fast trot. You're too far away to really see in the fading light who it really is, but they do come into the camp and sort of head toward the central building. About this time, make me a perception check.
All of us?
Yeah, all of you.
Do you mean all of us? All of us?
No, just the four of them that are outside. I'm sorry. 12?
18.
15?
12.
12?
18.
18? Okay. So two 12s, two 18s.
How's your coffee?
And a
What?
15.
Oh, sorry.
I think she had like one sip of it. and
I
she,
guess I
like,
thought you were an 18 as well.
I mean, I'll take it if you just want to give me the extra.
No,
three,
that's
but-
okay.
Killian, you're sure? You're sure this is cheese?
Been called tea all my life.
So the four of you that are outside
She's just gonna
do hear
pretend
from
to sip it.
deeper in the woods behind you the sound of someone trying to be quiet in the dark and stumbling over like fallen limbs and rocks and things like that.
So I'm going to motion to each of you.
Make it out my
And then I'm going to step out from behind a tree. Stepping outside of the illusion, leaving it up so that they can stay inside of it.
Okay. We will come back to that. Killian and Mizuki. There is a complicated knock on the door, and the one of the guards goes over, opens it, lets two people in. It is the courier that went down into town, and it is Elsa.
Wait, what?
Well, it's
Zell?
Izelle.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, good.
Who's else?
Sir?
Good.
Sorry.
It is the person I was hoping it was.
Yeah, it's Izelle. I'm sorry. I lost my brain. My brain blanked for a second. So it's Izelle. Don't know why you had to haul my ass all the way out here in the middle of the gall darn night. Come on, what is going on here? And the officer walks over to her and says, "My apologies. We had a couple of people who claim to have information and claim to be working for you regarding our current investigation."
From behind him, I should be like,
So what exactly did he say?
That's not a good start.
Oh boy.
Well, he told me that you had hired he and his group to, I'm sorry, how did you put it? Work it from your end? From the other direction, I believe? Trying
I
to
might give her
determine,
the best puppy dog eyes I can.
trying to determine who it was stole the special shipment into the capital. Oh, he did he?
Roll for puppy dog eyes.
Yes, Lieutenant, I hired him. Oh,
See that going there?
you did? Well, I just said it, didn't I? Oh. Well, has he brought you news of how they're doing? No, last I heard they had bushwhacked some of the bandits out on the road and killed most of them. Didn't really get any information.
Here's your shovel.
I will remind you that is not what I told her.
Yeah.
We did tell her that we knew that they were being recruited out of the logging camp.
No,
Yeah,
but you did,
and?
but you did
Okay, no,
say
that's-
that you
I
were,
just want to make sure
yes,
that we were on the
but
same
you
page.
did inform her that we were the ones that caused that issue.
Yeah.
So
No,
yes,
no,
she
this
does
is,
know
This is
that
fine.
we-
I wanted to make sure that you were on the same page.
Yeah. Well, then, he has apparently come into some more information since he spoke to you. Oh, really? What? And what information might that be, Killian?
Well, I would have come and told you shortly after we found out, but I have unfortunately been stuck here in
Yes,
this room.
we have indeed been.
But we think we may have found one of.
She with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we think we may have found one of the ringleaders, and actually, the other people I work with are probably following down that lead as we speak. But I unfortunately can't give you much more of an update, because I've been here, in this room.
Unnecessarily, I might add.
Well, yeah. How about that there, Lieutenant? You have my profoundest apologies. I am so very sorry. I did not
I don't believe that.
believe you. You are, of course, free to go. I do, however, expect regular updates on your progress. Is that acceptable to you, Miss Linhart? Yeah, keep him in the loop there, Sugar.
Right, not a problem.
Was that it? Was that why you hauled my ass all the way out here?
That was, in fact, why he hauled you all the way out
Yes.
here. Because he didn't believe
Felt
me.
it necessary.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk to your. I'm gonna need to talk to some, and she's just gonna all the way out the door.
She's gonna.
I'm going to follow real close behind her.
So she is, she has an honor guard escort back out to her horse,
Get this one out
and
for myself.
then she climbs up in the saddle, and as she does, the soldiers sort of melt back into the building and close the door. Behind them, you hear the bolt go across the door, so it's a pretty fair bet you're not getting back in there tonight.
No, that's fine. So now that we're out there, I'm going to look at her and go, right, so first of all, I'm really, really sorry. We want to knock that down to 20%.
I'd rather knock it down to 15, Sugar.
I still have a lot of work to do.
You also almost died.
I also think I might have put my life on the line there for a little bit.
I can vouch for that.
There was a not so subtle threatening of being strung up and who knows what done.
All right, 20.
Do you actually want us to keep him in on the loop?
Of course not.
Okay, just make sure.
But tell him something.
Right. If we're able to recover the goods, where do you want us to bring them?
Get him first. We'll figure that out later.
Alrighty. Sorry.
And then she kicks her horse to a trot and goes off
Are
back
you
down the
sorry,
road.
Julian?
I am very sorry that she got dragged all the way out here for that. I did not think it would be that hard to explain the situation.
But it was.
I thought it was going to be really, really clear what was going on. I was mistaken.
Next time?
Yep, next time I'm just going to not say anything.
Next time? But,
Yep, next time, not going to say anything.
okay. Fair. Or just don't be the first one to say something.
Meanwhile,
Back in the woods.
The philosophy nuggets from Mizu. Don't be the first one to say something.
But always be the last.
But always be the last.
So you step out,
I like it.
and you see the guy that you saw before, and he is coming at you quietly. He does have an axe thrown over his shoulder, as you would expect. And he's not alone. There are 4 other guys with him. They all have longbows. They all have very wicked-looking arrows knocked in them. And when they see you, they sort of form a semicircle behind him, keeping an eye on the camp.
Was our business taken care of?
No, not yet.
Alright. We'd probably best get off.
Not yet. Give us a second.
I've got my cloak on and I'm ready with my rapier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because this is going about where I thought it was going.
How far are we from the logging camp?
Adrian's
About
great.
at
Yeah,
this
how- yeah.
point? Are we like danger of being heard if we fight? Distance, or what are we looking at?
Yeah, you guys are close enough that you can see through the clearing, the camp itself.
Okay.
Do you have a particular target?
The one who's talking.
Okay, and what is that save again?
DC 14
Oh boy.
Wisdom.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
gonna
boy,
be
oh boy, oh boy.
ready with my sword.
And he rolled a 15.
4 of us.
So he
5 of them.
resisted.
Okay.
We're squishy.
And he's going to turn and nod to the archers. They're going to put little leather bags
Oh no.
down on the forest floor in front of them, dip the tips of their arrows in it, strike flint and steel. The arrows come alight, and as one they draw and fire at your dad's office.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
There, I don't think we
We'll
can.
have initiative at this point for you guys, all of you.
All of us? Okay.
Well, I know what I'm
Well,
doing.
yeah.
Roll initiative.
I was
Are we
still
breaking
kind of in
cover?
shock there for a second.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh, why can't I?
And the bless only works for one
are we
roll,
doing?
right?
Yes.
I should.
No.
Are you guys breaking cover?
No.
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 Well,
I feel like I kind of
closest.
have to if I'm
I
going
might
to do
have to
anything.
hold you back.
We're closest. So.
Bad idea.
Right?
It was how many archers?
4.
Alma is not reacting to this.
Good.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be basically brain dead.
So that's
Not brain dead, but with a severe concussion, maybe.
This might be the first time that all of my preparation over this past year pays off.
Gotta go fast.
now. Where are we in relationship to these people? Is that
Close,
might
I
be,
think.
I mean, you guys would have to be pretty close.
but like I need to know for flanking
Oh.
purposes.
Give me a second.
No worries.
At least you guys aren't in there anymore.
It might have been better if we.
Nope,
No.
nope, it is definitely
No,
better
no, no,
around
no.
here.
Well, casualties.
We don't know that yet.
I mean, on fire is very different than
Yeah.
like exploding.
Also, it's
unless-
not like we built the building out of like dead leaves and like
Yeah.
I mean, it is
Yeah.
made out of, I'm assuming, pretty aged wood.
Oh, I mean,
It's
it's made out of
all
It's
new.
new.
and it's wood, but like it's not gonna be like and everyone inside is dead.
Yeah.
unless
no
they put
way.
explosives around it.
Which,
Right. Which they could have, but
I mean, I would have.
Great, Keith.
Well-
We're ready for our rolls.
just a second.
Oh, he's making a map?
Interesting note. I looked up initiative for what is the bard skill.
The Barden?
Where
Jack of
you
all
get
trades?
Jack of all
Jack of all
trades. It
trades.
applies to initiative.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you got half of your.
Oh wait, I have keep.
Yeah, which I mean is only one.
Yes,
Which
because
is
only
spells
one,
don't
but
apply.
still.
Right now.
But that
Those
that
don't
Well,
apply to
doubles-
initiative.
yeah, I mean,
that
no,
doubles
it
my
helps.
initiative.
It helps.
So.
But it'll help on my attack.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I have to.
I already.
Remind myself.
Yeah,
How
I think
many?
I have that.
Two.
Two first.
For Riot, I have that.
Okay.
So flurry of blows is 2 attacks.
So it's one for your action, and then Flurry of Blows allows you as your bonus action. You can punch once, but if you spend Flurry of Blows, you can punch twice as a bonus action.
Okay.
So basically, you get 3 attacks if you do
Okay.
that.
Okay. So 3 attacks, but the.
Two offhand, right?
Okay.
Though.
But it doesn't
One
matter.
attack,
It
two
does,
offhand
yeah,
attacks.
but offhand doesn't matter because
Oh, martial
it's
arts.
still martial
Right.
arts.
And there we go. All right.
Also good. Wait.
That's a
More
lot
than
of
4.
tokens.
Whoa. Wait.
Those are the guards, I assume.
Yeah, those are the guards.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Anyone know how to kidnap a guy and take him with us?
Ah, come back here.
This got interesting.
Well, seriously?
Pardon us,
Oh.
as we are experiencing some technical
Pardon me.
issues.
Yeah. Ah.
You know that meme I sent you earlier, Stephen?
Yeah.
Now would be a great time to send that to everybody.
Great googly moogly.
Great googly moogly creates this time of promo with his int his capabilities. Great googly moogly.
You're thinking Monsters Inc.
No.
No?
Ah.
Kids show. One that my sister watched.
Will one of you figure out how to make that work?
Me?
That's this week. 3 days.
All right.
I find it interesting you just handed that to Braden.
Oh, well, I mean,
There you go. All right.
Good
I
job,
will.
Braden.
You only scroll once, not twice.
Maggie and the Ferocious Beast. That's where I heard it.
You just scrolled away.
This gone.
hop, hop.
Leave it. Don't touch
Gaith! He had it!
Well, it was really zoomed out though.
That's true.
anymore. Scroll up.
Yeah.
We
Not
up,
in,
not
not
in.
There we go. One more. Ought to do it. There we go.
Wait, I thought you said that there were. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
I still don't know.
Four
what
and
happened.
Rohan.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought
Alright.
you knew and thought you were one.
Here we go.
Nope. Please don't think that.
Initiative.
An unnatural 20.
Okay. Cabbage.
18.
18.
16.
16.
16.
Also a 16.
12.
10.
Okay, so 20, 18, 16, 16, 12, 10.
Yep, we just
Like,
work our way down
wow.
the ladder there.
Alrighty then. So, Killian and Mizuki,
See arrows.
you see 4 flaming arrows come flying out of the woods from in front of you. And make me a perception check.
23.
23.
So as I see these come up, I am going to be like, Yeah, we kind of should have seen that coming.
What was that?
12.
12? Okay. So your eyes are drawn to the arrows in front of you. You kind of get a glimmer of something behind you, and you whirl around, and you see about half a dozen more coming from the other direction.
Right.
Also flaming arrows.
Awesome.
All right. So that will take us into initiative there, Mr. Alma.
I mean, they're just firing out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You do know that it's in the direction of the main office.
Okay. But there is no hostile action towards myself, or
No.
Okay.
None towards you, and no indication that they have seen your compatriots at this time.
Okay. I am going to hold an action for a spell.
Okay.
I'm going to hold. Where did my spell list go?
Okay, I don't want to out Alma.
I'm gonna hold an action for Charm Person again.
If he's
Okay.
holding, then I will probably wait.
All right. Cabbage.
Well,
So at this point, I have put the cloak on,
Okay.
and I was getting closer to Alma so that I could, do what we were planning on me doing. I'm gonna hold my action.
Yep.
I don't
As you should.
Okay.
know what to do.
All right. So you are sneaky ninja, and you are up near Alma.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Which one of you two wants to go first?
Well, I have a question.
Okay.
Well, it just depends on
How
if you want.
How fast does that building go up in flames?
We'll see.
Half the arrows miss.
Okay.
It depends on
I
if you
can't
want
hit
guidance
the
or
broadside
not.
of the building.
So,
Like, I mean,
I think I'll need your help. I am going to make a mad dash for wherever we store my water wagon, because
Okay.
that's stored here.
Okay.
ooh yeah,
Perfect.
ooh yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to make a mad dash for that.
And I'm assuming you're just gonna ask for my help.
Yeah,
Without
because
me.
we'll probably
Okay.
need both of us to
Okay.
maneuver it.
All
That's
right,
fine. That'll be my action.
Okay, and
is
you both-
dashing as well.
30 feet.
Mhm.
That's a bad idea.
With Killian.
I was prepared for this.
All right.
Well done.
So as you guys
First thing I
are,
made.
so as you guys are sprinting away, you do see the arrows hit the building from both sides, and the roof starts to catch pretty quickly.
Okay.
All right. So that will be Mr. Man's turn.
Mr. Man.
And at the moment he's just standing there watching, ready one more volley to his men. And that's all he's going to do at the moment. See me. You see Alma standing there with the guys, and you do see that the archers are readying more arrows.
Yeah. Seeing that Alma is waiting, I'm gonna wait.
All right.
But she is very, very prepared to take one out. I am going to. I can't tell from here.
That fire retardant stuff I was working
I'm
on.
gonna
So
try.
this is see me.
Priority list.
Okay.
That's Adrian.
And you guys are still within the illusion.
Okay. how far does it take for me to, like, where does the illusion end?
Probably right in front of you. It's only a 15-foot cube.
Okay.
It's large, but it's not huge.
Okay, so I'll wait on the movement part too.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Where is the guy that Alma was talking to? Okay,
Right there.
cool. Because I'm gonna want to run for somebody who's not that, because I want to be able to make it look like I am ambushing all of them, including Alma, so that if they run off, Alma can still run with them.
Okay.
So, okay, but I'm gonna wait.
You're gonna wait and hold off on that?
Yeah, I don't wanna, but I'm gonna.
Okay. So you do see the archers come back up with their flaming arrows, and they loose yet again, and the arrows streak through the air. At this point, you guys are also noticing that there's arrows coming from the other direction as well. And you're starting to see that the roof is going up.
This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
Adrian.
Waiting.
Waiting?
Don't want to turn a person's head into jello again.
All right.
Jelly.
That
Let's
will
try more jelly.
bring us to the back to the top of the round, unless you want to. No. All right. We are back to the top of the round, and it is you.
A little steadier, but we should probably be moving. I imagine that the Imperial Guards will be fanning out pretty quickly.
Yeah, probably. Let's go, boys. And he sort of motions to his archers, and they gather their things up and turn as though to walk away. And you gonna stay with them?
Yeah. Is there anything you need me to carry?
We've got it.
He says as he stabs you in the kidneys.
Okay.
Cabbage, you gonna
Black market kidneys.
go along as well? Okay. All right. So they're gonna, and then the two of you are headed for the wagon still. Okay.
That is my plan.
Yes. The way this is structured, they'll be okay if they're not in a building, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Who?
yeah.
The way
Well,
the way this whole thing is structured, as long as they're not in a building, I would know that they'll be fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
should
You have
be.
Either
literally
way.
seen me control fire before.
Oh, this is
We're gonna
never
be
mind.
fine.
You're gonna be. Maybe I'll show that off.
All right. So then the bandits start leading you back deeper into the forest. With the camp burning behind you, you start to hear shouts of alarm, soldiers pouring out of the building. Three of them do have their prisoners in front of them, pushing them ahead, and also trying to watch every which way they can for the attack that they are certain is about to be sprung upon them.
I had the idea to set it on fire.
You are one of the bandits.
You wanted the prisoners to be moved.
So, Simi, you do see Alma walking off with the bandits.
I'm following.
You do know that I'm following with him.
But we are outnumbered 5 to 2.
You do also know that as you're going to have to.
Stealth,
I
yeah.
think so.
So okay, so make your stealth rolls.
Read your deal.
A little.
I'm not
I
right
already
now.
pre-rolled my attack, so I'm
I
gonna
can't
put
make
out
myself
another
a small
d20.
creature. I have to stay medium.
Yeah, yes, this is success.
Although I guess at a certain point it
Which-
stops.
You know, it's kind of unfortunate
Anytime
sometimes,
you
but
yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I have some ideas.
so do I. Hopefully we don't need any of them.
You should take classes in or levels in druids.
That was an
so you
8,
can
wasn't it?
shapeshift into animals too.
Yes.
Be an ant.
Do it. Do it.
Stealth plus 4, 12.
No.
Okay.
If are we still in initiative?
Yes.
This is how I die. It's okay.
Do I hear? I'm assuming if she rolled that low that I can hear her too.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I didn't say it.
It's not my turn, is it?
Nope.
So I didn't say it, so feel free to say no, but I was planning on holding that action still, that same spell.
Yeah, no.
That's fine.
So, see me.
Yeah.
As you step out of the illusion, your foot comes down on a twig, and the boss whirls around. His buddies, seeing him whirl around, and they all catch sight of you.
So, in a Hail Mary moment, I am going to take off running and act like they're idiots for not running. And just like, the entire camp is on fire, you morons, and take off.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Yeah.
Really clever.
It's not gonna matter if I can't roll for shit.
No, but it was
But
clever.
you have the inspiration now, because
what-
that's
what is it?
fantastic.
Persuasion.
Feel smart.
I don't think I would have.
Oh, but that's all right.
14.
You have 3 inspiration.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because that's fantastic.
Why aren't you running? Well,
Whoa.
That's a 6.
Oh, yeah.
About that.
Roll again.
3.
nice.
Come on.
It's not even me tonight.
That's
There you go.
16.
Okay.
It's because it's not one of my good dice. I
I
pre-rolled my
don't think
attack.
that's a thing, but
All right.
You're the evidence that it is.
So they all have this sort of these incredulous looks on their face, but they take you at your word and they turn and start running with you.
No, this is not good.
Who does?
All of the bandits.
I'm giving you one for that working. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
no.
Oh, I could do something.
Well, it's your turn. Go for it.
We need the one who knows to get out of there, right?
I mean, it would be better if CB just wasn't part of the group.
I didn't mean to be.
Because they would have to kill her if she shows up at the base. But
I will mutter under my breath in a language no one who's hearing would understand. I'm going to cause fear him.
You're going to what now?
I'm going to cause fear him.
Ah.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Which one?
Big boss?
The big boss.
Okay.
Big boss.
Boss bandit.
The one we assume
Boss
is the big
bandit man.
boss anyway.
And what is the save?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. And what does he need to beat?
14?
Yes, a 14.
He fails.
He is frightened of
He
me.
he was already running away from you. And
Oh,
did
I
you?
thought he was running towards the camp.
No, they're
Oh,
running.
then never mind.
No.
I wouldn't have done that. I thought they were running towards the camp for some stupid reason. Okay. I will attempt to stealthily run after them.
Roll your beautiful stealth.
Oh, please do
Roll.
better than me.
Is it good?
Oof, no.
This is so stressful.
That would be a 8.
Oh,
But
no.
if I know they've seen me, I will head towards
If
the
you
logging
can't
camp.
sneak, then you can pretend to be running away like the
Yep.
rest of them.
Your charisma is high, your persuasion is much better.
Okay, no, it's
Unless they roll stupid on their perception checks. There's
I don't know. They are running away.
Yeah, I mean, they are back.
So they're not.
Put on
They're
a
not.
Yeah.
Looking.
And
I don't
there's
know
a
what you guys
random
are
person
doing.
from the camp.
I
Random.
know
So what did you roll?
What?
an 8.
I'm gonna get the
And
guards
you're running
and
after
try and
them,
follow
not
after you guys.
like. I mean, not in front of them.
Okay, so again, you come barreling out of the you come barreling out of the illusion. The bandit captain turns around and looks at you again, and he's just he's dumbfounded at this point. I suppose you're running from the fire too?
Yeah.
Make a deception check.
I love the idea that everybody's just like, yeah, were you here last time it got on fire? Heck yeah, I'm running!
And he believes you.
Okay.
And he believes you.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So,
Good.
we're going to drop the two of you out of initiative and let you deal with
With the fire.
since
Okay.
that's what's happening.
Okay.
And I'm going to take you guys off the map. The soldiers are going to help you once they see the wagon and realize what you're trying to do.
So the water wagon is literally a wagon with a giant tank on the back and a hose and a pump.
So like,
That's
so that we can just and
Also, if it gets
Benjamin Franklin's
low, I'll
water wheel.
not like
Mhm.
not if anyone's around, but I'm going to create more water for the
and
tank.
if
In
the
the
fire
tank.
gets too far out of control,
In
as
the
I'm
tank.
using
I
the
have
hose,
created
I will
sort-
try
so
and
I will do that.
sneakily keep the
Okay.
somewhat
I will-
contained.
Just create more water in
As
the
it goes.
tank.
Okay.
That's
So,
We were prepared for this.
all right.
Oh, wait, that was
So,
that was when I started.
since we're sort of dropping you guys out of the initiative order, I will take from each of you an Arcana check,
Okay.
and from each of you a survival check.
Just them, right?
Just the two of them, yeah.
Firefighters. The volunteer.
Okay.
18 and 14.
Okay, so 18 Arcana,
14.
14 survival.
What
Okay.
was the first one?
So Arcana and survival.
This was the first thing Killian made in our year-long gap.
And it's
I
very
can't.
effective.
Can I
This is
do
what this is for.
religion instead?
Actually, yes. Yes.
Like, can I do religion instead? Because
Yes, you can. You can absolutely.
Like, that's not my spellcasting ability. Okay.
My apologies. Yes, use your religion.
15 for religion, and then
Okay.
14 for survival.
Okay.
You also have inspiration.
I know,
I mean,
but I already used 2 of them.
That's
so.
fair.
Okay. So that was a split decision. So each of you had one success and one failure. So the guards are going to have to be the tiebreaker. Survival. But they got a natural 20. So among all of you, you're able to eventually, get the fire under control. It is going to take probably about 15 minutes.
Did that fire seem like it?
Probably-
Did it seem like it lit
probably
the
should've
roof
concentrated.
faster than it should have?
No.
Okay, so it doesn't seem like it was accelerated. Or
No.
anything. Okay.
No.
Do this and treat these
Yeah.
so I have
Probably should
the
cancel
better.
it.
All right, so we'll come back to you
Yep.
guys
Better,
in just a little bit. Alma, it is you.
I am moving with them and holding charm person for anyone who acts aggressively towards myself or towards myself.
Okay. All right.
Really selfish, but
And
Yeah.
Cabbage, you're just sticking around,
I
sticking
am
right with him.
following around, and I am holding dancing lights in case we need a distraction.
Disco ball now.
You can make it into a vaguely humanoid
I
form
forgot
that
about that.
glows.
Yes.
All
Although I
right.
really love the idea of a disco party randomly.
Ooh.
Oh, there's a thing over there. It's glowing.
and then prestidigitation. I am here to take your souls.
I am the dread pirate robber.
I very specifically took those two.
For this very kind of situation.
Well, and it's a very cabbage solution.
It's like you knew. Oh
You know,
my
we would
god.
get ourselves into some kind of nonsense.
I got glittered.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Sorry.
It's all over here.
Oh, that's how.
Yeah. I got into one of my boxes that had stuff in it, so now there's glitter everywhere.
Okay, so as you guys are moving away, just straight away from the camp, your friend, Alma, gets this look on his face, and he sort of looks back, and he looks over to his archers and does this.
Ready?
Yep.
But doesn't say anything and just keeps running through the woods.
Can I
We will
roll
leave
a
him to
perception
you.
to see if I can...
You can at disadvantage.
You are running through the woods.
You are running through the woods, yes.
Into the
That would
woods.
be a.
Get out of the woods.
Yeah.
It's already dark.
No, I see nothing.
All right, see me? Just running along with, trying to do anything else.
At some point, actually, I am going to act like I trip and then stand up and look behind me and put my hands on my hips and just kind of breathe and let them keep running where they're going for a minute.
Smart.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try and stealth again.
Okay. All right. Well then.
Oh man.
Adrian and 4 archers.
I'm there.
Sounds about right.
Are you? Or are you staying with me?
Well, right now
You'll be
that's
alright. I'll be
everybody's
alright.
there.
You'll be alright.
I have 22 hit points, so.
For just 1
And
second.
I'll be back this.
I'm not gonna be too far behind you. I just wanted it to look like we were genuinely running away from something, and now that I'm safe, I can pretend that I'm not.
While running, may I have a glass of water as we're going? That's the component for armor bag of this.
Oh.
It's a
A,
You have a
a
water.
I do have a
glass
water
of water?
It says a cup of water.
A cup of water.
Yeah.
The cup is in a measurement instead of a. Well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you've got water with you. Do you have...
If you have a water skin, sure,
Yes.
there's a cup.
We will get to that because you haven't actually had a chance to cast it yet.
Oh no.
All right.
So do I need to stealth now or later?
Later.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be on your next turn.
Okay.
Um,
I am gonna kind of keep my eyes open and pay attention to where they're going.
okay.
Kind of side eye them back there.
So
They're gonna shoot me.
At least you can
this bandit here
catch missiles.
Can I? Yeah, I don't think I can.
whirls. This one here
Maybe a little
whirls around, and he's going to shoot at Adrian.
Sure.
Does a 14 hit?
No.
Okay. His next buddy in line
I hope they all miss. But I can only.
with a 21.
Yeah, I'll hit.
2 points of piercing damage.
2 points of piercing damage, poor fellows.
Don't say that like 22 is a lot.
Yeah, it is.
The next one in line is going to.
Yes.
He's going to shoot at Simi and miss,
Good.
and then the last one in the line.
Hell, Nova. Oh, I read nips, not hips.
That has
does
changed
change
everything.
And 21.
21 hits, yeah.
So as you're standing there, sort of with your back to them, you feel all of a sudden an arrow pierce into your back, and you take 5 points of piercing damage.
I'm gonna lay down.
Okay.
You were going to take a dirt nap.
And your 2 healers aren't there with you.
No, they were.
All right.
Man.
And that will bring us to Adrian.
Alright.
Sorry. I'm
Uh,
useless. I mean,
I
not
will do an
you,
intimidation
but-
as I cast Armor of Agathis,
Awesome.
saying, "Gentlemen,
Yeah,
you
we're doing
please
great.
don't want to do this." As I cast Armor of Agathis on myself, and I will intimidate them.
You can do one or the other.
Touch.
Bless you.
It didn't come out. You got stuck.
Oh man.
I will do Armor of Agathis, but I will still say that.
Okay. How many hit-
Actually, no. I will not do Armor of Agathis. I will cast Bane on 3 of them.
Nice.
Ooh. Okay.
Using the Eldritch Invocation, Thief of 5 Fates.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, you're gonna blow your second spell slot on that?
No, that's.
All right. So what's the save for him?
Oh, jeez.
So is the save?
I believe it's a charisma.
Might be charisma.
I hope it's a charisma. You have really good charisma
What
powers.
is?
It won't matter. What
Yeah,
their
it's
charisma
their
is.
charisma
It's
matters.
their
Oh,
You were
sorry.
born in the darkness. You only adopted whatever the
I
hell
was
that
in and
quote
out there
is.
for a second.
Charisma saving throws.
Charisma?
Yes.
They don't seem charismatic.
And I will do it just on 3 of the archers.
Which which 3?
Well, let's start top down and then go our
Top
way.
down?
Yeah,
Okay.
top and then we'll work our way down.
Top got a natural 20.
Okay.
That might have succeeded, guys.
The next one in line
Just
rolled a 14.
explodes in fear.
That is my DC.
So he makes it.
Oh.
And the third one. Oh, no,
They
not
all
that.
make it, I swear.
Rolled a 13. So,
Okay, so one of them fails.
It is baned.
he is Bane.
And,
And
so he gets a D4 minus 2 everything he does.
okay, cool. So just remind me of that when we come to him.
Certainly.
All right, and clearly not being stealthy with that. Magic user.
Hello.
Hello!
Oh.
Well, now we have to kill them.
Well, that was the
Yep.
plan anyway. So.
All right, so we are, and from the clearing, you guys clearly hear that.
Oh, I thought we
We've
were
been
far enough.
running this whole time.
Yeah, and I assume it takes like 10 minutes to set up a water wagon.
Well,
Well,
That doesn't
I mean,
necessarily
you can
happen.
hear it while you're in the process
I am
of
gonna
fighting the fire.
ask though, how do we all seem to care, or are we more concerned with the giant fire in front of us?
Please roll low.
Or whatever you need to roll.
Fire is important.
Fire is
Okay.
Killed us last time.
So the soldiers, like the peons, don't seem to care too much. They're busy. You do see the lieutenant's ears perk up a little bit.
Makes sense.
That's fair.
Alma.
Still holding my spell. And he's still moving off. He didn't stop to.
He didn't stop, but you did see the others turn and fire at your friends.
I'm keeping pace with him.
I wish you could read my mind.
Well, Natalie can speak.
I know, but it wouldn't make sense because I couldn't tell Adrian what my plan is.
Okay. Cabbage.
Okay.
So you have a choice to make. Adrian Alma is still moving off with the leader. And you have seen the others shoot at your friends.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to cast Dancing Lights. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast it as a humanoid form.
Okay.
Vaguely humanoid, medium-sized form. I'm going to cast it directly onto Adrian. And then have it start moving away. Like it is jumping out of him and running. Huh.
Okay. Any particular place it's going?
Away.
Yeah. Not towards the camp, but also not towards where
Where these
Alma's going. So down the middle.
How fast can you move it?
I don't remember. Hold on. So hovers in the air. For a minute.
I should have said I was doing it.
Okay, so
silently.
once it takes
I
an
remember to do
action,
that.
takes an action to cast it. So I used my action,
Okay.
and then and also it sheds a dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
As a bonus action, on my turn, I can move the lights up to 60 feet to a new spot within range. A light must be within 20 feet of another light. Okay, they're all together. And the lights will wink out if it exceeds the spell's range, which is 120 feet.
Okay. So,
So-
where are you moving it to?
I'm gonna move it about 60 feet to start.
Okay. That'll put it roughly out there, I believe. It's further than that. But that would put it off the map.
Yeah. But 60 feet, not like instantly. I want it to be moving that
Okay,
direction.
cool.
And it'd be real nice if you just dropped and played dead right now.
We'll see how it happens.
All right.
That's hopefully going to my plan, but I'm not that low. I am low on initiative, so.
All right. So so that's you.
That is. Yep, that is me.
Okay then.
Cannot do anything else.
You have movement. You could just put yourself behind one of them.
No, I'm gonna stay where I am to avoid being seen, just so I don't have to roll stealth as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, as you and your friend are moving off, he sort of turns to you and says, "It's a real shame about those nosy Nellies."
Seriously? He has to die now.
He will.
He
I mean,
used the
he
words nosy Nelly.
He will, barring that.
No real surprise though.
No. Yeah, it was bound to happen when we stirred the hornet's nest.
Indeed, indeed. We'll have to be a little more careful from this point on.
Aren't you supposed to be like.
All right.
He says, "Yes, we will," and stabs you in the back.
Steamy. Steamy.
Steamy.
Steamy.
So-
Ooh.
Hey,
Mm.
with my
a
sexy
very different
arrow
kind of
still
power.
in my back.
So you're
Uh-huh.
Cupid?
Huh?
Ah.
Sorry.
Oh.
Unimportant. I made a joke.
Oh, I missed it.
You said, so you're Cupid? If you had sexy arrows.
Yeah. A sexy back arrow currently.
Anyway,
So I'm going to, having let a turn lapse where they're still running, I am going to.
Well, the guys with the bows turned to fire, and they're still there.
Oh, can I stealth through the grass then? Like, where are we now in forest?
Yeah, you're in forest. You can try and hide if you want to.
Okay, good, because that was a 19 on my roll, so that's going to be a 23.
Okay. So you sort of duck down behind some cover and become invisible.
Can I get with my movement close enough to get to one of them?
What is your movement?
I think it's still just 30. I don't think I get it up on that.
Yeah, so that's about as far as you can get.
Okay, so I'm gonna duck and dodge between trees and try to get up to, like, as close as I can to one of them. I'm not going to engage yet.
So that's going to be your closest target.
Okay, so
You want to head that direction?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do the tree hop, and there is still an arrow.
you can spend a
hanging
key
out of
point
my
to
back.
step.
Oh wait, that's right.
But that would mean you only get one attack this turn. So you could make it there, but you'd only get one punch.
I'm gonna hold off on spending my key just yet.
How many hit points do you have normally?
Well, before I got hit, I had 19.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. I hadn't updated the information on my side, so.
Yeah, so I will do that, and I'll hold my action.
Okay, sounds good.
Invested in this game.
So you're not moving any closer than that then.
Yeah, I'm just getting closer.
Okay, so they have all.
They don't see you.
Well, let's
It hasn't come up
see.
yet.
Do they see you?
Probably gonna knock out one of the people that's gonna be shooting at him.
No, I misunderstood. I thought you were following me, and it's
No, I'm just trying to get closer to one of the attackers.
makes sense.
Nope. Okay. Cool. So none of them can see you. So they are all going to shoot at Adrian. Not-
Yep.
They didn't believe that the evil spirit left my body.
Not a single one of them shoots at the evil spirit.
The light that had emitted from my body and left. And I'm not going.
You're still standing
Well, I
there,
was
though.
about to. Yeah.
You're still
That's what
standing
happens
there,
when I'm
though.
at the end of initiative.
An 8 does not hit.
Nope.
18.
That'll hit.
4 points of piercing damage.
Yours.
16.
That'll hit.
2 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
How's your health looking?
14.
16.
That'll hit.
8 points of piercing damage.
And that's
8
combo.
points. Make your Constitution roll.
Oh no! No!
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
9.
And you are unconscious.
I mean, you did drop to the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plink, plink, plink. And
Perfect.
down you go.
So very angry.
Can't take
And
alone while I'm unconscious.
that
Not
would
alone,
that
but-
would have been your turn. You're unconscious.
Gentle repose?
So
I do, but he's not actually down
Yeah,
that
it's
far
just
right now.
so we're
anyway,
up
but I
to
do.
Alma.
Just going.
Holding the spell.
Okay. So Bandit Captain is going to continue leading you on. Away from the action.
Just still wait for them to leave and then we'll somehow follow.
You need
Healing.
healing.
Yeah, but yeah.
So you did just see Adrian take tink 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 and fall over.
He's not
It
dying.
is your turn.
Oh, cool. Okay.
She can't tell that from where she is.
Should have armor fist myself. Dang.
Okay, so I can see that Alma is still running.
Hmm.
Can't see Simi anymore because she's hiding.
Well, make a perception check. If you roll high enough, you can see her.
I think you can see her.
19 plus 5. So.
Yes, you actually can see her.
Okay, but she is hiding.
She is hiding. She's sneaking up on one of the archers, it looks like.
Okay, and Adrian.
I'm
Down.
Just fell down, and he's got 3 arrows in him.
Okay. I'm going to.
One missed.
No, previous round.
Oh. Oh, you poor pincushion.
I
Oh,
took 2 points of damage first round.
Okay,
So-
I am going to.
So that one's probably not stuck in you.
Still sneaking.
Okay.
Still invisible.
okay.
I am going to come up on the. Shakety shake.
Steal his
yes,
Not the
I-
main guy, we still need information.
No, but he's running off with Alma anyway. So I'm going to go up to the nearest archer.
Okay.
Sneak.
Sneaky sneak.
Stab,
And
Stabby stab.
Stabby stab. Yes.
Go for it.
Catch them.
Nice.
It's an advantage because you're
Invisible. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a 25. Yeah, 25 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Nope, it missed. It wasn't shot on his water.
You beat his AC by better than twice.
Nice.
And I can
Sneak attack.
use sneak attack.
Yes.
You have advantage.
Oh my gosh. You'd think that I freaking understood how this works at this point, you guys.
It's a lot.
Of one of the
It's a
yeah,
lot.
like sneak attack rules are one of the more complicated. and
They
innovative
really
things,
are.
so.
15 points of damage.
15.
Is that enough to?
Yep.
So what are you using? You're using your.
I had my rapier out. It's not as nice to use as a dagger, but I figure I'm using rapier to.
You found
There's more length to it.
you
so
you
yeah.
find the a chink in his leather armor and just go right through and pull the rapier out before he even realizes you're there, and the life leaves his eyes and he crumples to the ground.
Monty Python blood squirts.
Just a flesh wound.
And you still have a little bit of movement.
Well, then I'm going to
Wham.
move. What? Plank.
Flank for Simi.
Can't.
That.
Invisible.
That's true.
Yeah. But I'm going to get within stabbing range of one of the other archers. And
You have enough movement to get there.
I forgot what the context was for that. Sorry.
So you've got archers here and here,
Okay.
and you've got enough movement to get there if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have another attack, but I'll
Okay.
stay there and. I mean, I'm invisible, but I'll go ahead and use my bonus action to hide anyway.
Okay.
Just to
a
be
little
extra
extra.
safe.
Yeah, sure.
Just get closer to the ground so that the arrows are right in your face.
Yep.
We do not speak of mayonnaise.
Too bad. Like 9, 10 quotes involve it.
Yeah,
so you
we
just kind of have to
do.
get used
You'll
to that.
never
buddy.
escape.
You'll never escape the mayonnaise.
All right, so Big Bad Bandit Captain is still running with you in tow. He's not taking any time to do any actions or anything like that, so that's all he's doing. Simi.
I'm gonna finish closing the gap with that one and pop.
All right,
So
go for it.
the first that was a 19.
That was a
that,
19.
Yeah. So that was the one's a 25,
That'll hit.
and that's gonna do 8 points of damage.
Okay.
11.
11 does not hit.
Okay. And then using a key point, somehow or another, I managed to summon some of the energy from my grounding lessons that Master Itzat has taught me. And was that really a natural 20?
Yes, it was.
Was it?
So how much damage did you do on the first one? I'm sorry.
8.
8. Okay. I haven't moved that one, but I don't remember it being a 20. I knew it was a hit. Okay. So that's gonna be, it's the roll. Oh wow. Okay. So 8,
12.
12.
12 points?
Yeah.
Okay. After your first blow, you actually saw his eyes roll up in the back of his head, but you were already in the middle of your next couple of flurries, and as he's crumpling to the ground unconscious, you connect, and you hear his neck pop in a way that is not conducive to living as he goes down.
That is not conducive to that.
And I would like to move as best I can in the trees towards the others.
Okay.
I don't know how much.
So you've got about that much left.
Okay, sure. I will get back to you as soon as I can, brother dearest.
Sure.
I mean, if they fire at him again,
Um,
disadvantage because he's prone. But
Can't imagine that they will since he's on the ground.
so you're unconscious, but you weren't knocked to zero, so no death saving throws
No
for
death
you,
saving
but
throws for me.
nothing else that you can do.
Okay.
Top of the order to
Can you make
Alma.
the con save again?
I don't think we have in the past.
Okay.
Not
Yeah,
to
we-
say that
yeah, we
just
haven't
didn't
in the
remember.
past.
Like, that was just a me
But
question.
you know
because
what?
I didn't remember.
Make the con save again at disadvantage.
That makes sense.
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
That was a 1.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're still unconscious. All right, so Alma, brother.
Still holding the same spell and running.
Okay.
I'm gonna blow a key on the next one, I don't think. There are 3 more, right?
2 more, I think.
2 more, okay. I still have. So, what is that one?
Correct.
This one.
Okay.
What was that?
Try again.
So you're
Use this guy.
Oh, that was evil. 18.
you're about 80 to 90 feet from what's going on behind you. Just so you know.
Okay, I probably didn't notice Adrian going down.
No,
but
you wouldn't have.
It's okay. Anyway.
Okay. And continuing on. Cabbage.
Is it 23 hit?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So which one are you going after?
Probably the one that's top,
Okay.
but I'm going to make sure. Well,
You
I'll
might
get
want
to
to
that
move
in a
to
minute.
the backside of them first.
I'm not. I don't think I'm exactly in that position. Like, I'd be close enough to stab and then quickly get away without, like, causing fuss.
Okay. So would you have snuck up to both of them then? I mean, I put you there.
Maybe just sort of behind that top one.
To the east, as it were, of the.
So
north
here.
of this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so 23, and then that's 11 points of damage.
And he crumples.
Gross.
And then I'll use my bonus action to hide again, just to be extra double safe.
Okay. Are you gonna get any closer to his buddy?
Just a little bit. Not close enough that if he decides to move, I'm gonna be an obstacle and he'll run into me, but close enough that I can move up next time and stab him. If that.
I mean, you could do that from right where you
Okay, then
are.
I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. Alrighty, and your captain buddy is, he sort of at this point motions you to slow down and start to
He
be
can kill you.
quiet.
Or try.
That will bring us to Simi.
I'm gonna close the gap between the one that's still there.
Pop, pop, pop.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do the pop, but I think it might be enough. So the first one will hit. The second one I don't think will, unless a 10 does.
Which one?
The first one is a 25.
25 will hit, yes.
And that's
The
gonna
10
be-
will not.
That's gonna be 8 points.
Okay. And
It's gonna be for my upcoming stealth roll.
and he does. It sort of rings his bell a little bit, but he's able to stay up.
Dang it.
Flurry of blows.
Yeah, I was hoping to save that for the other guy, but because I've already spent a key.
He is
What other guy?
What
He's
other
the
guy?
last one aside from
The
the, one that's
boss?
with me.
Yeah.
We can
We're-
take care of the
yeah, I
boss.
don't think we're killing the boss
Well.
right now.
Yeah.
We need him to take
We
the
don't-
things and then we
Yeah,
can kill
we
him.
need to figure
Okay.
out things. We
Okay.
should not.
Yeah,
Flurry
just
of blows.
just kill him. Real
As
good.
close as it is.
You rolled a
12. It was a 14.
It was a
before
14,
again,
yeah.
But
Either one of those would hit.
okay, cool.
12 just barely, but
Okay, so that's gonna be 3 plus 4, so 7.
okay. How do you want to do this?
I'm really frustrated by this person at this point in time, so I'm just gonna like right.
Jelly again.
Yeah. You see, he has anger issues.
Face them.
Yeah. It's not gonna be quite as extreme as last time, but it's gonna be a really, really solid face cave in.
All right. Well, his face sort of turns inward just a little bit. You hear the snapping of the nose as it goes up into his brain.
Player Danny is uncomfortable with this. Okay.
And that's that.
Con save at disadvantage.
Con save at disadvantage.
That's one again.
I'm gonna come over to you.
Well, eventually
Okay.
you will, yes.
Yeah.
But
So we're going to drop out of initiative at this point.
He's hunkering down to hide, yes?
He's not hiding. He's just being stealthy and quiet and leading you deeper into the woods.
Okay, so we're about 90 feet away still. Yes?
Yes. Give or take. We'll be there in just a second. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm going to sort of point back towards the group, and I'm going to whisper,
You're 90 feet to see me. Well, actually, no. You'd be further away than that because she's moving towards Adrian.
so I'm as long as they're within 120, I'll be fine.
Adrian is just at 120.
Okay.
I'm
Well, I'm
sleepy
aiming to see me anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm going to whisper to my compatriot, we can probably leave them for the authorities, right? They called out a magic user, they'll be toast. And that is in message as well.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah, should be all right. All right.
So I need to get him up, and we need to not be here.
That's kind of what Alma is pushing for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you guys want to?
So what did you have?
Before I keep going.
So after we put that fire out, what are the Imperial Guards doing?
Yeah.
For them, so the guards themselves are more concerned about making sure fire's out and not going to flare back up. The lieutenant does start pulling a very small group of them aside, sort of whispering to them and motioning where the arrows came from. And
does he point out both groups? Because there were some from the front and the back.
no, he's pointing the direction that where he heard the shout from as well. So the shout and the arrows, and he's going to send 3 soldiers off that direction.
Okay. Do you think we should ask him if we can tag along?
Should we just tag along anyway?
That's probably a better idea. I like that idea better.
All right.
So I guess we're going to tag along with him.
Okay. What do you? So, Cabbage,
Well,
Simi.
we'll just say we're making our
What are you
way
guys
back to
doing?
town.
I'm gonna run over to Adrian. and,
Okay.
Like pick his face up. Hey, hey! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
How?
We need to run. I can get those out of you in a minute, and I just break off the ends so that I'm not pulling anything out.
Ow.
But I'm still leaving a little bit so that we can pull it out later. Like,
Ow.
we need to go.
Why?
Somebody's called out that you're a magic user.
Hey, Adrian. She's got an arrow in her back too.
I didn't notice. It's fine.
Just leave it there, it's fine.
We don't
Fine.
need to run, technically.
Well, we're also losing them, and
True.
I feel like
And
he
there
might
goes
need,
the magic user.
he might need help.
I'm the one that called out that it was a magic user. I didn't though, but I can say I did.
Oh,
And that's who's been guarding the, that's why the bandits have been getting away with so much.
I'm sorry, I'm
I will
used to
loot the bodies.
I'm used
I
to
will
it.
also
That's
give
what
myself
just
2 hit
second
points.
fault.
Okay. All right. So 4 longbows,
4 longbows.
4 daggers.
One of them should still have their bow on them so that it's convincing that they shot us.
Well, they're all going to be gathered.
4 daggers.
If he's still there.
We're still gonna need to give.
And 4 silver pieces.
Oh, fun.
I'm sorry, I'm just so used to you playing
It
dense.
is
I wasn't
really
expecting
strong.
that level of
Uh,
challenge.
Do they have their leather pouches full of fire starters?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Great.
Nice.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
And make sure you leave one of them
Oh
with
my
them.
God.
Make sure you leave one with them. You know, it's like they need to.
Well, I mean,
Tell them what
if you
happened.
guys are staying there,
That's
then
Yeah.
And
But I,
I
don't
will.
know that we should stay here. If
I will start to snap.
Oh, that does sting. I'm sorry.
And I will attempt to start dressing my wounds. Alma will be fine.
Okay. Takes you guys and the soldiers a little bit, but you do come across. So, Cabbage, do you still have your cloak on?
So actually, I was about to talk to you about that.
Okay.
Once I figured out that they look like they're going to be fine, I am running after. I am going after Alma again. I am taking off the cloak to
Okay.
start out with. I rolled a 24 for stealth,
Okay.
so I'm going to keep the cloak off to save some of the charge until I get there.
Okay.
the game says it works.
Yes. How
Make,
much time has passed at this point? Not a ton, because I know we were
not a
initiated,
ton.
but-
It was three or 4 rounds.
18. I mean, under a minute still, but
Yeah. So under a minute.
24 seconds
Okay.
is 4 rounds.
What?
Is it 10 seconds to it?
6.
Six.
Yeah, 24 seconds for 4 rounds then.
Okay.
Did the math right.
So,
I'll say that there's probably a total of 5 minutes charge taken off just between taking it
yeah,
off and all
sounds
that. fun
yeah,
stuff.
sounds good. So I need you to make me a survival check then.
Follow it on.
Birds of inspiration.
Burning inspiration.
We
Jeez.
start the fire.
16?
What was your stealth roll?
I actually didn't roll it.
Well, make a stealth roll.
Question. Are you actually trying to be super stealthy, or are you trying to leave us a path?
I don't think I can with him right there. Yeah, great. I feel like that would be too obvious.
Nah.
Oh gosh. Stealth.
Was that 5?
So, plus 3. So like 6.
Thank the dice gods.
But he is at least trying.
Dice gods are
Yep.
generous at this time.
Are you trying to get us caught? Get in front of me. And he pushes you in front and starts covering your tracks.
So I will stagger a little bit, and I'm trying to like make my eyes as wide as
You rolled a
possible.
20.
He rolled a natural 20 and is covering the tracks.
Uh-oh. Well, hopefully you can find the stash, kill the man, and then get back. Because unfortunately we won't be around.
Can I use my last inspiration to roll one more time to see if I can get a 20?
You could, but that would also.
No.
Okay.
You couldn't force me to re-roll it though.
Oh,
do
yes,
that.
please that.
Yeah,
yes.
that.
I forget that's an option.
We can
Me
make
too.
every roll.
Okay, so what was your survival?
16, thank you.
Yeah, okay. And he rolled a 6 that time.
I didn't want him to just like stab me because I rolled a 2 and a 3.
But you did try.
Yeah.
I'm just, at this
So-
moment, glad you're not superstitious.
So he pushes you out in front of him and is trying to cover his tracks and your tracks, and he is not doing such a hot job of it.
Okay. Whew.
So in the direction that he's sending you, it doesn't take long before you sort of splash down into a creek bed with running water sort of around your feet. As you go to climb out the other side, he sort of hisses at you. That's not the way to go.
I know. Sorry, I think I might have twisted my ankle earlier. Let's go. Come on.
And he points you upstream.
Yep.
Go. And you guys are going to be in the stream for a little while. He is still behind you. Cabbage, you can follow along, and you see at this point that Alma is in front, and the guy is behind him.
Are you leaving any of us, like
Breadcrumbs.
breadcrumbs
No.
so we can follow? No, okay.
Okay.
I
we
don't
can follow
want
you.
to follow.
Um,
I think you all need to take care of other things. Right
Killian
now.
and Mizuki, you guys do follow.
The guards that we're tagging along with,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
are they like? Was that one guard we talked to? Was that like the average of the?
No, he was on the low end of the.
Okay.
He was on the low end of the bell
How
curve.
how do these guys react when we're essentially tagging along with them?
They don't say anything because they saw that you kept your head in a crisis. They are going to keep you behind them and take point.
That's fine by
totally
me.
fine, yeah.
And
So I'm gonna tell him like, right. So we don't just stab anyone right away. We might run into some of the people that we work with. I'm pretty sure that they were involved. Like I'm pretty sure they were tracking those same people. The people with the
okay,
arrows.
so they weren't involved with shooting
no.
arrows.
But as soon as they saw it, they would have been on top of them.
Okay. They will need to identify themselves.
It's fine. I'll recognize them. I just didn't want you to like get too gung ho there.
Okay.
No friendly fire.
Don't shoot anyone.
Keep it down, Denzel.
And actually, it does not take them all that long to sort of zero in on where the arrows were coming from and find Simi and Adrian. And both,
I'm
We
nursing
both have,
wounds
like,
against it.
both of them.
Yeah.
Adrian, from the front, Simi looks fine. Adrian has got punctures in him from arrows.
So as we come up, I'm gonna be like,
tend-
right. So this might be
Adrian.
kind of obvious, but they're with us.
Hi.
Really.
Hi.
Yeah.
And then as she turns around, you do see the wound in Simi's back.
Yeah.
I'm still
Good,
like,
you guys heard me.
Uh,
I was the one that shouted.
Mizuki will start
Oh,
tending.
what? That was you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good at that.
So they had a magic user with
Yeah, the leader had magic.
Dang it.
Oh.
He
Can
froze
you-
me in place, and then they all hit me with arrows.
Can you tell us which way they went?
That way.
So I am gonna.
So there's this beautiful Keystone Cops moment of they went that way. Well,
Wait.
which way?
There was another group firing their arrows. Not from this side, but from the other side. There were other arrows coming.
Yes, but the shout for magic was here. So
Yes, but they're probably heading to the same place, and their trail. I mean, you can look around here, but like, they clearly don't know where they went.
Hey.
give us some
I
more.
mean, they're bleeding out currently.
Yeah, and
so.
I'm gonna start like trying to fix them up.
Oh,
Ow! Ow!
Yeah, I'll do.
Well, not in front of them, please.
No.
Medicine.
And
I mean,
Pete,
okay,
Just
it's
Pete, if I
Hang on.
Cure wounds.
Yeah, but it's magic.
So
Just gonna
the
pretend it's wound dressing.
the
Yeah,
three
right.
soldiers
I mean, it's
sort of
just
spread
touching
out a
her
little bit
so-
and start trying to pick up trails.
Yeah.
One of the guys-
It's pretty much
I'm not even joking. One of the guys goes off back the direction you guys came from and starts following your footsteps back towards the camp.
That was the same one they talked to earlier, wasn't it?
He gets that he could just.
nope, he does not.
I look at the other guards that have it. Really?
Hey!
They get a grant from the government for hiring him.
Wow.
if I see any sign of the tracks that I think they might actually pick up on, and I can get away with it, I'm gonna try and subtly mess it up so that they can't find it.
So make your survival check.
That'll be an 18.
You are actually able to pick up.
Okay, if it looks
Find
like they're gonna find it, but judging by what I just saw, I'm like, no.
Nope.
Fools.
Nope. Not gonna find it.
So I'm gonna start pulling arrows out of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, most of the arrows are already out.
Yes.
I'm guessing at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Ow.
So am I to take by the fact that you look like a pincushion, things did not go according to plan?
No.
How
It
bad
is-
is it?
It has turned into an Alma plan.
Yeah.
Ah. All right. Well, then I guess we'll just have to wait here and hopefully they get back to us. And I'm gonna look over at the Imperial soldiers and see what they're planning on doing.
Yeah.
well, they clearly have not found tracks. Yeah, and you're sure the attack was here, and
He probably used
Oh
magic
yeah,
to poof
the
himself
attack
away.
was definitely here. I bled right there.
Okay,
That's my blood.
There's
blood
4
right
bodies.
there.
yes, well,
I mean, do you have an actual tracker in your
we
phone?
do. We'll
If you-
have to.
So I'm just thinking here, but obviously since they saw my compatriots, they're being real careful to cover their tracks. But that other group, they might not have, because as far as we know, nobody went after them. Might be worth looking and seeing if you can pick up their trail.
We have to get the bodies back to the camp first, and then we'll
Right.
check on that. We will need assistance. There are only 3 of us and 4 of them. He's looking right at you.
The only able-bodied man.
Define able-bodied. He's.
I'm sorry, why are we moving the bodies?
Well, we've got to.
Are you going for cremation? Is that?
I mean, it would be appropriate.
Like
but
I'm pretty sure the whole let's track down the people who just tried to kill us takes precedence over the let's
They're
gather the
not
dead
going
bodies that
anywhere.
literally aren't going anywhere. That are literally staying right here.
You
evidence.
never know.
We need people back at the camp to go over the bodies and see what they can find out.
Just send them up here.
So that they can
Either
see
way, we've got to
the
go that
present.
way. We might as well take the bodies
Yeah,
with
but
us.
I don't want to come with you. I want to stay here and help my friends.
Well, they can come too.
No, we're staying right here. This is where we have other people who are probably trying to chase them down.
Yes.
I assume since there aren't
Yes.
dead bodies of my friends,
We do.
they will know to meet us back here where we split up. So
All right.
go ahead and do your thing, but
Yeah,
stay in here.
we'll still be close by.
And they reach down and they grab 3 of the bodies and start dragging them back up the hill to the logging camp.
There's gotta be a
Right,
better
so
way
it's-
to.
As soon as they're far away. Right, so we're gonna follow that trail so that we're not here when they get back.
Okay.
Trust me, you don't want to meet them.
Mizuki
Do you want me to
will do
leave their
cure
equipment
wounds
here?
for Adrian
Awesome.
at this point?
Yeah, do some curing for Adrian.
Or no?
Their weapons, yes. Anything you found in their pockets, no.
Okay. I will leave the longbow and daggers here,
Okay.
and I will leave 3 of the fire starters and give the other fire starter to kill him.
Actually, we could probably just leave one of those here.
Okay, I leave one of them.
Okay.
You hold 3. So put 3 in inventory. The arrow fire starting.
8
8?
hit points.
Oh, lovely, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're good at that.
Are they
Can
far
they
at this
do
point
that?
that we could talk? Or
I've learned so
the
much.
guards?
Yeah, I mean they're
So, yeah, there's no
I got
magic
questions
user.
about how.
Yeah,
you
I
learn
kind of
this
assumed
stuff.
that was one of you.
Yeah.
But
Questions?
following the trail.
We'll get to that.
all right. Make your survival check.
Do I have
Everybody?
to make it again?
To continue.
Well, I mean, you found
Oh, okay.
you found it. Now you've got to follow it.
Oh, I'm not helpful. That's an 8.
I'm proficient in survival.
Oh,
There we go.
Check it out.
Unnatural 20.
Oh, well, there you go.
Unnatural 20.
Nice.
Oh.
Were you making the roll as well? There,
Yeah.
Mizuki.
Yes. 21.
Ooh.
Nice. So
No, this way.
So the three of you,
Sorry.
the three of you keep Simi on the trail and head off into the woods after
Trail we blaze.
Sorry.
after
That arrow
after your friends.
actually hit your head.
There's a nerve attached, I think. I don't know. I'm distracted.
You're gonna need acupuncture in the good way, not the
Yeah.
bad way.
We'll
Yeah.
do that later.
Arrow puncture. I mean, acupuncture.
Yeah. That.
So,
And I assume
several
that-
minutes ahead.
I assume that we are not moving particularly stealthily because we're so far behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably not.
So several minutes ahead.
I am limping from where I said that I
Okay.
twisted my ankle.
Right. You get to a sort of shallow part of the stream. The banks are a little less steep here at this point.
Okay, so I will lean down and sort of like massage at my ankle.
Come on, Devin, keep moving. You know we got to keep moving.
Sorry, it's alright.
And he sort of shoves you to one bank, and is sort of pushing you down the trail there. You act like you've never done this before. Come on, get with it.
Did take a blow to the head. I may have a concussion.
Or no face, you know, whatever.
Didn't know that.
Make me a deception check.
Ooh, I'm really good at these though.
And you have, you know,
Fair.
you have some
And I
inspiration.
have a bardic inspiration.
Oh, which you might want to use. Yeah, leave it about as good as you're gonna get.
Okay, so that is. Where's my deception?
22.
So. 22. Yep.
All right. Okay. Well, just get it together.
Sorry. A little shook up too with what we saw back there. That's. If they're bringing magic users on our tail, we're in trouble.
Yeah, that is worrying. Boss is not gonna like that.
Uh-oh.
Ah, crap.
I didn't actually think this guy was the boss.
Kinda
Well,
hoped.
you know, can't honestly believe these things.
Cabbage, you're just trailing along behind him at this point. Okay. Make me a stealth check as you cross over the stream. To keep from splashing too loudly.
Excuse me. 15.
Okay. It doesn't seem to hear you. You continue up this very sort of narrow track. It starts to wind up into the hills, back and forth, and starts to scale the sides, switching back every so often, little areas where it levels out, and then it'll kick back up and then switch back and go back the other direction. And it just keeps going and just keeps going and keeps going. And about half an hour or so after you left the battle, the guy reaches out and sort of takes your shoulder. You're going to go right past it.
Sorry.
And he turns you into this.
How dark is it?
It is very dark.
Is he human as well?
Yes.
Because the guy that Sammy beat in was human.
Mm-hmm.
So we are not supposed to have dark vision. Okay.
Right.
Just making sure.
Right. Yeah. So it is very dark, and he sort of stops you and turns you towards a cleft in the wall.
I sort of rub at my ankle. I'll follow you. It's gonna take me a second.
And he pushes you in front of him.
At that point, I am going to cast my spell.
Okay.
So I'll need to make a wisdom save, DC 14.
Remember, you can use your inspiration to make him reroll that save.
No, I cannot yet. Oh, these
Yeah,
inspirations,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can.
Fail.
Can't tell if that's
It's a fail.
okay.
It's a 21.
Oh.
Stop it. This has already failed once before.
Okay. That's an 11.
There
There
we
we
go.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay.
My ankle's killing me. Can you lead out? I'll be right behind you.
Fine. And he pushes past you, and as he goes, he sort of pushes you into the wall a little bit roughly,
Deserved that.
and sort of flows off. You do not have dark
I do
vision.
have dark
you do
vision.
have dark vision. Okay. So he moves off,
That's
very
close.
very confident in his footing, despite there not being any light penetrating this deep. Goes around a couple of very tight corners, and then very abruptly there is torchlight around you, and the passageway opens up into a fairly wide, cavernous space. It's got the look of having been naturally formed, water working at the rock over eons. There's a very narrow sort of split in the rocks above you so that you can just barely see the sky in a couple of spaces, and the campfires are
Sorry.
and then the campfires are there, exhausting their smoke out through the cleft. And all around there are a dozen, 2 dozen bedrolls. Half of them are full, half of them are not. Well,
I'm gonna go ahead and just sort of like lean up against a wall and pull out a water skin and just pour it on a rag and start like cleaning up my ankle specifically.
all right. Well, you've got you know what goes on. You know where you are. Make yourself at home. I got to get back to the logging camp. So you stay put.
Be careful. If there are magic users out there, I don't want you getting caught.
I'll be careful.
He needs to die.
He probably
Okay.
will.
And he
Don't worry, we'll meet him on the way.
slips out back the way he
will.
came.
Okay. If I saw that they were slowing down and coming to something, I would have put on the cloak.
Okay.
This is a very narrow passage.
Very narrow.
Okay. Then I probably would have hung outside the passage for, like, not gone in, just waited to see what was going on, waited to hear if I heard anything, or.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna hang out for a little bit,
Be totally invisible and very stealthy.
Okay. So you watch as they disappear out of your sight.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all that long, and you start to hear footsteps coming back. Single set of footsteps.
I'm gonna wait to see who it is, but my rapier's ready.
And when he comes out, it is just the bad guy. You are on a very narrow mountain path. The hillside sort of slopes down away from you very sharply.
What would a pirate do?
Oh,
You're a terrible person.
no. You are. That's where this is going. Still sneaking.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to stab him.
You have advantage.
Is a 24 hit?
A 24 will hit, yes.
Mother
Yeah.
buckets, this is terrible idea.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
You only get 1d6?
Yeah.
For sneak attack?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm,
Level one.
I'm
Yeah.
Level 3 it goes to 2.
Yeah, I'm level 2, so
Yes.
that is
Every odd number.
12 points of damage.
Okay. All right, so you stab him and you connect deeply, and then you pull it back, and he just sort of grunts, draws his scimitar
Yeah, as a bonus
and
action,
dagger.
I hide.
Aren't you invisible?
You
Yes,
are
but
invisible.
I'm gonna be super careful.
And not in the same place.
Yeah, not in the same place would probably
Yes.
I think this guy can still see.
All right, so go ahead and make your stealth check.
If I die.
Advantage because you're
An
invisible.
advantage. No.
Yep.
Wait.
Is that how that works, or does
No.
I thought
'cause she
invisibility
took
No.
the
just
hide-
adds like
no,
a.
she took the hide action.
Oh, right.
So.
But
advantage.
she's also invisible, so does
She's
that give
also
her advantage? Let me look up how.
I mean, it would, but it
Invisibility
depends
works.
on the cloak specifically, because it's not just invisibility rules.
Well, I mean, it's invisibility rules up until the recharge period.
Well, no, because invisibility, the spell, wears off if you make an attack. It depends on the
But
cloak.
the cloak doesn't.
That's.
It just says you become invisible.
Yes.
There isn't a rule saying
There
what
isn't a
invisibility
rule.
does.
Yeah.
It says you and any items.
Typically,
on your
I think
person.
it's just advantage, but it would also depend on
Mhm.
what the cloak
Yeah.
specifically does.
But if you're just taking the hide action,
Yeah, if
Right.
you're just hiding,
then
he's going to wind up having disadvantage on all of his attacks.
So do I have advantage rolling my stealth?
Don't worry about rolling the stealth,
Okay.
because you are invisible and you're taking that hide action.
He literally cannot see you.
He really can't.
You can just sit in a
Um,
circle like this.
I'm going to make myself very small against something.
Okay.
You fly.
On a mountain pass. The rock wall.
Hey.
So 6, 7, and 10.
For
Tickle
attacks? No.
Yeah. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
To
Ah,
Zorro you. That
I
does
don't
not
know.
work well.
I don't know where you are, but you shouldn't be here.
And I take it. I probably didn't hear any of
Can't tell if
this.
she's
No.
laughing or if she agrees.
She agrees.
she agrees.
I shouldn't be here.
Are you going to make any other attacks
No.
against him? Are you just going to try and sneak away?
I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
Well, he's
He now knows
there.
The place is under siege, so
See,
we might need
he-
to die.
Cabbage had this really good idea where it was so easy to take down those other guys that why wouldn't it be easy to take down this
Sometimes
guy?
people need 2 stabs.
So he is now beginning a search of the area.
Well, as long as he doesn't find you or wake everybody else up
Advantage.
before we get here.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's dead.
I was a natural 20.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
8 plus 6
Okay.
is 14.
So 14 is your base.
So 14.
14 plus what you roll.
And then plus whatever your
So
Dex
14 plus 4, so that's 18.
and then whatever you roll on the dice. 34,
6 and a 5.
39.
Feel free to do that math.
Yeah.
Thank you. And hi.
Is he still up? That's over 50 points of damage.
Yep, and he is still standing.
Does he have to make a con save?
He just did.
And hi.
And
Alright, Keith, let us know if the rest of us show up.
11, 11, 13.
You could hit for crit. I guess at disadvantage that makes sense.
Yeah. What's he doing now?
He's still just trying to. He's searching the area, trying to
It is
find
at
you.
this moment that we come up to the stream and we're like, oh, look, blood!
That
Yeah,
fits
you
well.
guys have made it as far as the stream.
Wait, who's
You
blood?
you're still way back.
I mean, if his
Nobody
blood
was
got
bleeding.
into-
Right.
I mean, you're at the
Come on,
stream.
solo this
I mean,
boss.
it's not blood, but you're able to
Beautiful
follow
XP
the
if you just
the
kill him.
trail.
I don't think that's how this works.
Oh, it works in Skyrim.
This isn't Skyrim.
Just crouch.
Okay, well, I'm gonna kind of watch him for a second. And then I'm gonna attack.
He's getting
No!
he's getting close to finding you.
Another natural 20.
Gosh dang
Down
it.
there.
I thought that was another natural 20.
So,
Wow.
18 plus
Okay.
19.
19.
25.
25.
Hi.
He's probably got like resistance to non-magic.
And he sort of reaches out, grabs a hold of the cloak.
I hid.
You've still got your sword in him,
Ah, shit.
and he grabs the cloak and goes over the edge.
Is that just yellow?
The edge of the mountain.
Oh,
It's
Well,
okay.
I'm still
Switchbacks.
attached
You
to
guys
that
will run
cloak.
into it.
I guess we'll run.
Yes, I'm gonna yell.
You're still attached to the cloak?
Yes, I am.
Well, yeah.
Oh.
The cloak is attached to me. I am wearing the cloak. And my sword is attached to him.
Wait, now is this like a cloak with sleeves and stuff like that, or is this like?
Is this a Harry Potter like? It's basically just an
Nah.
invisible blanket.
Before you
Yeah.
continue what you're saying, you were wearing the cloak. Yes.
Yes.
He is going off the cliff with the cloak. Are you keeping the cloak or are you going down with
My
him?
sword's in him too.
Well,
Well,
that
then
will
you
just
let
slide
go of
out.
your sword, or it'll
And your
slide
cloak
out.
will slide
yeah.
out. If you leave.
You'll slide out of your
Keith
sword.
has decided that having an invisibility cloak was too powerful.
Okay.
You didn't think I was gonna make it easy on you, did you?
Just do it. Just do it.
What, go with him?
Go.
I mean,
Or-
how far is this drop? Like,
It's the
It's
mountain.
pretty far. It's at least 100 feet down.
So that's
Make it.
It's not a
That's 10
sheer.
d6.
It's not like a sheer
So
drop. It's
that's an
it's a very
35.
steep.
Is this
I
like
mean,
is
can
this
I-
like grapple rules? Could she try and like slip the grapple?
Well, no, he's going with the cloak. The question is she going to keep the trying?
Right.
Get
I'm
the
asking
cloak
if
or
is
go?
there a way she can slip out of it with the cloak?
What do you want to try? Make a case for something, and we'll see what we can
The
do.
case for keeping the cloak has commenced.
I guess.
so probably what I would do is with the shock of having my cloak, starting to get pulled out, I would rip my sword
Okay.
out and see if I could slice through the edge of the cloak to. But it is made out of cloth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
To see if I could get it off.
Yeah, cabbage wouldn't
Out
know
of
how
his
any of this
hand.
works.
Okay.
Because I'm getting that this is rigor mortis at this point.
Not yet.
Well,
No.
Not yet, but
That
takes
takes
a
I mean, it's one of those.
You could
It's one of
chop
those
his fingers
reflexive.
death.
Chop his fingers off.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Take his hand.
the swing is going either towards the cloth or his hand or what I can manage because it is swinging
Okay.
because I'm trying to disconnect myself from him.
Because you're doing it
Swing.
reflexively, I will make a melee attack with your
Rapier.
rapier at disadvantage.
So that is 13.
Evens your odds.
So you do catch the cloak, but you forgot rapiers don't have a cutting edge, and so it just sort of wraps around your sword
Oh no.
and then sort of slinks loose, pulls loose, and is still going with him.
Okay.
We can always find out later. Or you
Keith's not gonna let us find it later.
Okay, then I'm going to desperately try to unclasp it and
Okay.
not die. What do you want me to roll for that?
Just make a dex save.
You have inspiration.
No, I don't. I used
Yeah,
them all.
no, you have one.
You
I
have
gave
one
you
left.
I do.
Yeah, I gave you one.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay,
You're
that's
welcome.
18 plus
Yes.
Plus 6.
plus
Thank
6.
you.
Yes.
All right. So you are able to get it loose, and it sort of pulls over your head as the body goes tumbling, sort of barrel rolling down the hill, and it gets wrapped up in the cloak, and so it gets to the point where it's just a head and your legs, head,
He
legs,
explodes like a Lego man.
and then he sort of disappears into the darkness out of
Makes the
sight.
Yoda dying sound from Lego Star Wars.
As the cloak slowly.
And at this point, the rest of you guys show up.
And I am shaking.
Are we?
I don't know. Like, we've decided the Empire is bad. These guys might just be trying to do something to fight
The
back
Empire
against
was
the
already
Empire.
bad.
but-
We
but
just
money.
know about it now.
Cabbage.
Are you okay?
Gonna peer over the side.
I don't imagine
It's-
you can see it.
Right
It's
now, not
pretty
gonna see
deep.
anything.
It's pretty deep, and you don't see anything
He's in the
particularly.
cloak, too.
Do I see any? Like, I've got dark vision, right? Half
Well, so do I.
Yeah.
It's far
It's
enough
still
that it won't
okay.
matter.
Yeah, it's at least 100
Yeah.
feet down.
Well, I wasn't sure if I saw like
And you
any
can't see-
body parts that had been
No.
detached
Alma.
along the way or anything.
Alma's in cavern thing.
Alright, well.
Is he okay?
Right.
I don't know.
Why are you out here all shaking up?
Cause I killed the guy Alma was with.
Ah.
Well, at least good, he's dead. No witnesses.
Yeah, we need to go get Alma.
It's something that's not that right.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we?
That's,
I don't have my cloak anymore.
Oh
That's a problem.
that is unfortunate. Where is it?
Wrapped around the dead guy somewhere down at the bottom of there.
no. Well,
We can try to come back for it later.
How hard does it look like it's gonna be to get that body?
Really freaking hard.
Okay,
It's-
it's invisible right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's
You could
Well,
probably
no,
blood
it's
trail,
not-
but-
it's a very steep, very loose slope. Getting down's not going to be any difficulty at all. Getting back up is another question entirely.
There will be another way around too.
And it wouldn't be invisible because you have to be attuned
Correct.
to it.
Right.
Attuned to you and connected.
Killian,
Well, and
can you
there's a
do
blood
the
trail
thing
to follow.
like what he can do where you talk to people's brains?
No. No, I can't do that. Why?
Hush! We are assuming he's alive. He's alive last time you saw him.
Oh, Alma. I
Oh,
thought you were
Alma.
referring to the dead body.
No, I know.
Yes,
Okay,
they.
let's go see if Alma's okay. Let's
We-
very quietly go into the cave.
I feel like this is a terrible
Have my
idea.
rapier out.
I think
Don't have a better one.
one of us.
Like somebody who might have been told that this place exists because they are an ally. It's gonna be hard for a whole group of us to show up and just be like, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
Well, we have no idea what's going on in there, and we're all gonna have to go in there anyway, because if this is where the stuff is, we have to go in and get it.
Yeah.
So,
We just need to know where it is so we can tell other people to go and get it.
no, we need to get it.
Well, I mean, we need to get the tax money. They can go and get the supplies whenever they want.
Trust me, we need to be the people to get this. We do not want the Imperial Garrison getting it.
Okay.
I'm still sneakier than all of you.
Yeah.
And I saw them go in. You guys stay put.
How about you?
We can't all go in.
Why not?
It's a very, 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 very narrow passage.
Yeah, we'll go in one at a time.
What if one of us goes in and sees what's going on with Alma? And
Okay,
then-
once again, we're all gonna have to go in eventually, so why don't we
Okay.
all just really quietly get in a line? You can be first.
You're not all
I'm not
quiet.
very good at being quiet.
I am.
I watched you two be very not quiet earlier. You're
Usually-
right, by the way.
Yeah, fine.
They're okay.
I'm usually much quieter.
Alright, well, one way or another, I'm going in to check on him, and I'm gonna start heading towards this thing.
I'll follow.
And I will stealthily move.
All right.
Is Cabbage gonna go in front of me?
Yes, Cabbage is going in front of you.
All right. Everyone make stealth checks.
I am not going in.
Well, if you're not going in, then I need to be able to stay
No
with
way.
you. Did you just roll in that one?
Good job being stealthy.
I'm in shock.
That's fair.
What'd
I
you
mean,
roll?
So,
she's
so
not
you
going
take
in, I
one
like
step
the
in,
alliance to stay
and
with her.
the floor's not where you thought it was, so it's one of those hard steps
No, thanks.
down.
Gonna reach out and grab her.
I have a feeling
Okay,
that this
you
is
take
so we might
you take a
just go in
breath.
there and I'll
You
die.
wait.
I
will
feel
go check
like today
on
is not my
him.
day
And
to
I
die.
will go forward.
I have
with a
business
17
deals.
stealth.
I have
All
different
right.
things to attend to
19?
later.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. So, Killian, Adrian, then Cabbage.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna whisper, like, let us know if it's okay for us to come in.
Oh yeah, you'll know one way or another if there's a problem.
If
Yep.
Yuzu's staying out here, I don't want to
If we
leave her by
hear
herself.
screams,
You will hear
we're
my
gonna
high-pitched
just
scream.
walk away.
Wait, what?
Sorry, what?
Alright, we enter.
Okay. So the three of you enter, and it is a very narrow, very winding path. You take a couple of sharp turns,
Dark vision.
and then you come around a corner, and there are torches. And as we described it earlier, and there is the man Alma is pretending to be.
When all your friends show
And so,
up, I'm like, "What the hell
yeah,
are you
so
here?"
like Killian's got his crossbow up, so he's just like,
Well, if you're gonna stand in the door, come on in.
Oh, balls.
who said that?
Alma's dad.
And that's we're gonna.
I remember this.
We're gonna kill
I remember this.
Well, that.
Oh no!
No, we know. No, not his.
So we're gonna call it there for the night. We're gonna leave these guys on that note, on that cliffhanger, and we will see you guys next week. We will talk to you guys then. Do be sure between now and then to check out the YouTube channel. It's a good place where you can find all of the video. All of the videos that we put together, go to the YouTube channel. You'll find all of this campaign as well as all of our previous campaigns. We've got a full run through our version of the Tomb of Annihilation And we've got Danny's fill-in campaign that she did that was a complete homebrew. She did a really good job with that. We had a lot of fun with it, and we just got done so that we could start this one up. So go check those out.
Oh, this is gonna be a long entry.
We do also have our Discord server up. It's a good place to keep in touch with us, to keep in touch with all of the news and announcements regarding this campaign, as well as Danny and Kyrie's creative streams when they go live. Check those out. It's a good place for all of that. We also have a section on there we call it the Hags Master. It's a place where you can bring your role-playing characters to interact with our role-playing characters. System doesn't matter. Bring them in. Have a good time. We hope you guys are enjoying it, and we hope that you will come back and see us again this same time next week, 6 o'clock Mountain Time. Until then, remember...
Grab your hats and grab your balls!
And if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house. Good night, everybody.
That was a little weak, guys.
We're in shock!